and gentlemen, the following contest of Beach Blast 92 is your special match where pinfalls count anywhere on the Gulf Coast. Introducing first, at 304 pounds, from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack, one of the most unpredictable, and a man that just doesn't care to put his own body in jeopardy to accomplish his goals. I think he's nothing more than a hitman.
A hitman?
He's a guy's a mercenary. He started his whole situation with Sting last summer.
So you think what? Somebody's behind hiring Cactus Jack or something to take the champion out?
It's a possibility, no doubt about it. Sting's the most marked man in the sport. He's the world's heavyweight champion.
But look at Cactus Jack. If he gains that title with a face like that, he'd be a perfect idol for the kids, Jim Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent weighs in at 252 pounds from Venice Beach, California. He is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, America. This is Steve.
Cactus Jack has not entered the ring. He's on the rampway. The champion of the world. Drops the belt. Drops the robe. And they're ready to get it on. Here at Beach Blast 92. Right on the outside.
And so far, Cactus Jack has started it right where I believe he wants to, outside the ring. But Sting blocking it, going for the pinfall on the ramp.
Going for the cover. He got one out of it right there on the rampway. Sting with a kick right to the solar plexus. And another. A trifecta to the gut. A right hand. Where's he going to take him? Back to the ropes. That's where. And elevation right on the ramp. Remember, a thin piece of carpet just for the aesthetics covering it. And Sting takes him face down.
Man, oh
Spin
man.
his skull right there. Going for the cover. And Cactus kicks out.
I'll tell you what, a match like this where pinfalls go anywhere, this match could end in 30 seconds or it could take a half hour. You don't know which.
Sting measures him. Oh my, oh! Sting right on straddling the ropes there. Took a big, big chance that did not obviously pay off. Cactus Jack now having the opportunity to regain his senses, if that's possible.
I'm not sure Cactus does have
Oh
sense.
gosh! Right off the apron. Again, right on this concrete floor.
WCW, and look at Cactus Jack is holding the knee. WCW, there are no mats outside the ring. It is the cement.
Going for the cover. Cactus knee really smacked the concrete when he came off with that elbow drop from the apron. Front face lock into a neck breaker. And his head hit the back of the concrete.
Both of them hitting hard. And that's the key, you know, this is a non-title matchup. Why Sting would, one, two, and a kick out. Why Sting would involve himself in this type of match, be it non-title, is beyond me, Jim Ross.
He's got character, Jess. He's not going to walk away from any challenge.
He's crazy. That's what he is, Jim Ross. It ain't character, it's being dumb.
Cactus up on the apron here now. Going for it. Six sunset flip. And he got it down on the concrete. And Sting able to kick out. My gosh. They have not made it, both men have not made it into the ring as of yet. And may not.
This match is absolutely right. We may never see the ring through this whole bout.
Remember, normally in WCW, that move would have been an automatic disqualification. But we've covered the rules, I think, quite well. No disqualification this one, as Cactus ran face first into the steel.
And another one into that railing outside the ring.
What a wild, crazy match, and Sting, remember those broken ribs, thanks to Big Van Vader, and Cactus elevated over, right over the railing, right out to the ringside area. Sting right over after it. And oh gosh, his face just smacked him. Steel again.
This is nothing but a street fight now, Jim Ross.
Sting has a front face lock. Can he get him up? Oh yeah! 304 pounds, suplexed on the concrete. Will this be all? And
believe it how Cactus Jack, whoa, and over the top, right at our feet, Jim Ross.
Boy, I've never seen anything like this.
And they're in the ring, I don't believe it.
For the first time. Cactus knee is really hurting. Looks to be his right knee. Sting sends him for the ride. Caught that foot. Oh, Cactus caught him. Great move by Cactus Jack. A thunderous clothesline that puts the champion of the world down.
And I'll tell you what, Cactus Jack bought himself some time there, because so far the bout had been all Sting, but Jack coming back now, driving the head into Sting's shoulder. And amazingly, Jack is keeping it into the ring. I would have expected him to immediately fire Sting out to the floor.
He's kicking him with his left leg. His right leg seems to be damaged. Sting ran face first into the turnbuckle. Sting, who has been in a real war with Big Van Vader, finally healing up from the broken ribs. We don't know if he's at 100%, but Cactus will test it because he caught him with that knee and 304 pounds right into the ribcage.
And this is amazing. I'll tell you what, here's Cactus in this type of bout, and he's actually wrestling him, Jim Ross. Hooks him with a body scissors.
Very sound strategy, and surprising, perhaps, from Cactus Jack. There is a method to his madness, perhaps.
Give it up, buddy! Give it up!
You know, Sting could take the easy way out. This is non-title. He could just quit and submit.
Cactus Jack, he may be reviving the champion. Sting with the elbows, catching Cactus in the face, and a right hand, and another right hand. Down goes Cactus, and a right hand. Both men back up, reaching for whatever they can. Cactus got the eyes. And it's Cactus Jack with a clothesline. Oh my! They both go over, back to the floor.
I'll tell you what, you like seeing wrestling here, and that's what it's called, World Championship Wrestling, but this match is called World Championship Street Fight. And why the champion got himself involved in this is totally beyond me.
He's a man that will not walk away from a challenge. Look out, Tony Gilliam, you've got to get out of there.
He's a man that might walk away from his title just from the injuries he's going to sustain tonight.
Sting caught him with a clothesline. Well, he's not thinking of Big Van Vader now. He's thinking of surviving. He's thinking of winning this one.
Jack's going for a chair.
He's got it. Caught him in the sternum with that chair.
Whoa.
That steel folding chair right into the back.
Look at the dents in the chair from that one. You can see the chair's dented from that.
A sickening thud from that chair on the body of the world's heavyweight champion.
I can't for the life of me can imagine why Sting did this. I mean, the guy has everything, the world title, money, anything he could, and he gets involved in a madman match with the craziest man in wrestling, Cactus Jack.
Referee is only here to count the fall. That's all. And look at Cactus breaking at the champion's face. And he caught him. Oh, God! Back-to-back suplex on the concrete floor. This is WCW, and I have never seen any more harder-hitting action than we're seeing right here on Saturday, June 20th at Beach Blast. He's covered him. This will be... No, it's not. Cactus Jack somehow.
And they both trade right hands, landing simultaneously.
Cactus at 304, the bigger of the two, falling on top. Sting reverses it and got two out of it.
And it's amazing, they're actually doing wrestling moves out on the concrete.
Cactus caught him and drove Sting, his sternum and ribs, right back into the steel. You gotta know Harley Race keeping a close eye on this one.
Absolutely. Can you imagine? Race and Vader are sitting back and chuckling right now.
Cactus going for the pile driver, but his knee gave way. He had him in a pile driver position, Jess, but his knee gave away on it.
Absolutely. Sting not hurt by that. His head never hit the floor, you could tell, or Sting would have been toast. That would have been it for him. He'd have knocked him cold.
Cactus crawling back up on the apron. What's this madman going to do now? Oh my, he's up on the second rope.
Look at him smiling at the pain that
He missed it. Sting moved out of the way, and Cactus hit nothing but the concrete floor.
And again, no count out. Don't look for the referee putting on any type of count. Pinfalls anywhere on the Gulf Coast.
Cactus on one leg, thrown up on top. The world's heavyweight champion Sting now. Hammering away. Judo chops to the face. A fist to the jaw. Got him up. 300 pounds plus and slams it. Sting now. He's got the chair. Sting's got the chair down.
Whoa! But he can't put Cactus down.
Tremendous shots with that steel chair. Got him right in the leg with it that time. And Sting, is it time for the Scorpion? Cactus Jack roll out, and they both fell out of sight. Right off the rampway to the floor again. Sting was trying to go for the Scorpion Deathlock.
He didn't get it though. Cactus again sliding out, as you said, Jim Ross. Both guys going to the floor. Cactus Jack coming out on top. I'll tell you what. Oh, Harley Race has got to be loving this.
Going for the double arm DDT, and he got it. This should be it right here. If Cactus has got enough, referee throws that chair out of sight, hopefully.
Here's the cover.
Could be over right here. And he got a shoulder up at 2. Cactus almost incapacitated himself, not able to really make a full cover there.
That was a total instinct move by Sting. He doesn't know where he's at all.
Sting got a running start and caught that clothesline. And now what's he doing now? The champion up on the top rope. Remember, it's no disqualification. A clothesline off the top. He hit it. He hit it. He's got the leg.
He won it.
He's got the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the winner of the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Sting!
What a match! Hard hitting. They took chances. Their bodies on the line. In the ring. Out of the ring. On the floor. Steel chairs. Cactus Jack came very, very close and upsetting Sting.
It is for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. It is set for one fall with a 1-hour time limit. Introducing first the challenger, accompanied by 7-time former World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race. He's from the Rocky Mountains. He weighs 448 pounds. Big Van Vader!
There is a challenger who says that he is the uncrowned World's Heavyweight Champion. 448 pounds, Jess.
He may be the crown champion in a matter of minutes, Jim Ross.
He's the man that bruised Sting's sternum, busted his ribs, put Sting in the hospital in Atlanta, Georgia, several weeks ago. This is the long-awaited rematch from that outing. Vader in that very bizarre ceremony. Man that played in the National Football League, played in the Hula Bowl, the Senior Bowl. He played in the Japan Bowl, but it's not football here today. This is for the world title, and the man is next.
And ladies and gentlemen, from Venice Beach, California, weighing 250 pounds, he is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Sting!
champion.
And he's got the little stingers here. The signs all over the Civic Center. Youngsters with their faces painted. The posters. They are here in tremendous support of the most charismatic athlete, the franchise, here in WCW. That man, the Stinger, and he has beat them all. As you heard Cowboy Bill Watts say, he beat the legendary Ric Flair to win the world title. He's beaten them all convincingly, including Lex Luger, including Sid Vicious, and the list goes on and on. But this, without a doubt, is his greatest challenge. The biggest, the most powerful man that I have ever witnessed in WCW is Big Van Vader.
Sting is the best. He is the best for right now. But Big Van Vader, I think, and I got to agree with you, Ross, and I don't always agree with you, this is his biggest challenge that he has ever had in the ring. Because look at that. He's looking at about a 200-pound weight difference.
Sting has got to be quick. We know he's in the greatest shape of his life, and he will not be intimidated physically or mentally by Big Van Vader. Boy, Sting looks great, doesn't he, Jess?
He's in shape. He's ready. But so is Vader, and you can bet the 7-time world champion Harley Race has him totally prepared, totally focused.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Big forearms, oh my! Tremendous forearms. High-impact blows by Big Van Vader on the Stinger, already taking their toll on the heavyweight champion of the world. Vader's backed him into the corner. The referee's got to break this thing up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sting made a mistake allowing himself to get backed in that corner. He needs to hit, he needs to move, he needs to try to tire Vader out. Because the longer the match goes, I think the advantage goes to Sting because of the endurance factor. But Sting has been caught here. Vader scored early, and the champion's in major trouble.
High impact moves by Big Van Vader here in the early going, and the world's heavyweight champion distancing himself somewhat from the challenger. Harley Race right here by us. Why don't they keep the managers? They've got to be here in their own corner.
Harley hasn't done nothing.
I didn't say he had done nothing. I said he should stay in his own corner.
Why?
Because that's where he belongs.
He can walk anywhere he wants as long as he does not interfere in the match, Ross.
Vader going with that big clothesline, and the Stinger hits him. Oh, wow. He nailed him, and Vader didn't even flinch hardly. Trying for a cross body, and Vader catches Sting like he was about 140 pounds. There, Ron Simmons, Tony Schiavone looking at this one.
Maybe Ron Simmons is going to watch this and decide, you know what, he's shaking his head. Maybe I don't want a shot at the title.
Sting in tremendous shape, as we said. I talked to him quite some time earlier today. He really felt good about his game plan. He knows that this is going to be the greatest challenge of his career. We talked about his former conquests, but nothing compares with the mass and the power of Big Van Vader. And Vader again catches Sting in the corner. Sting has got to stay away from the corner. Irish whip, move the whole ring, but Sting quickly moves out of the way. Oh yeah! A suplex! And shut the ring! And shut the rafters! A clothesline! Sting now with momentum takes Vader all the way over. The world's champion! Showing just what he's made of!
The champion has exploded into the ring. A combination of moves hits Vader with the clothesline, drives him over the top rope, and look at Harley Race. He's protesting outside the ring. I don't think Vader's ever been knocked out of a ring like that before.
He hit him with that impact. He suplexed the big man. I have never seen Vader at 448 suplexed like the heavyweight champion of the world suplexed him. And then the impact. I mean, it sounded like a car crash. It was right above us when Vader went out over the top.
And I'll tell you, Harley Race is irate outside the ring. You notice how Race is trying to distract Sting, trying to get his mind on him to allow Vader, give him that little extra time to get his wind back, get back in the ring and do damage.
Vader with some instructions, or Race rather, with some instructions.
What a great matchup this
Vader.
is. Two totally different styles in the ring.
Sting, 6'3.5", 250. Vader about 6'5.5", 448. And Vader challenging Sting now for a test of strength.
Sting shouldn't be stupid and get into this, and he is. Sting should stay away from any type of move like this. Look at Race taunting Sting outside the ring, calling him a coward, telling him, show some guts. Hook up with the big man.
He's got guts, and he is not a coward, and he shouldn't be listening to the taunts of Harley Race. But the Stinger is a competitor, will not back away from anything. Look at the reach advantage of Big Van Vader. Sting thinking it over. This is not the most judicious move that he could execute here. A test of strength with Big Van Vader. But he is a competitor.
Sting's out looking to the little Stingers for help, but the little Stingers ain't around to help him in this one. He's got to do it by himself.
Hey.
Oh, man, this is a mistake.
Lock it up.
Big mistake by the champion. Look at that. He thumbed him in the eye.
And he hit him with the right hand. And another right. And another right. Vader is wobbly. Sting stomped on that foot and caught him. Oh, my. What a right hand. A drop kick. Vader goes down again. And the challenger knocked off his feet twice by the heavyweight champion of the world. A spinning savate kick. And Vader now in trouble. Oh, he can't. Can he suplex him from there?
He's going to try.
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
What power by the champion. Lateral press. 1, 2, and a near fall. Wow, what power. Oh, Vader caught him coming in. You got to wonder how much power, how much energy, and how much strength Sting exerted, how much he spent on those high-impact moves.
And now he's in big trouble because he does not want to be down on the mat with Big Van Vader standing over the top of him. You can hear Harley Race yelling, give it up, Sting, give it up.
Sting with a big foot right to the face, and another one, and another one. Again, down goes Vader. The champion taking right to him, inside cradle. He can hold him here. He's got 2.5. I thought he had it. And again, Vader on the outside. Vader seems to be a little bewildered. He seems to be confused because I don't think, quite frankly, he expected Sting to stick it right in his big, ugly face, and that's exactly what he's doing.
What are you doing in my face?
Harley Race is irate. I'm sure they thought that there was no way that the champion would go toe-to-toe with him, but you gotta hand it to Sting. He came in prepared, he came in with vengeance, and he's laying it on Big Van Vader. Vader needs to cut him off and slow the match down. That's to Vader's advantage.
Irish whip attempted, but reversed. Sting up and over. Great quickness. Oh, my! Vader right on his chest, right on that sternum. 448 dropped right on his sternum.
And look at Vader posing.
Yeah, that's real smart.
There's
When
the
world
most
title's on the
muscular
line.
double bicep. Guy looks good, little bulky, not quite cut up a lot, but massive.
I heard bodybuilding wasn't doing so good, and he ain't got no future in bodybuilding.
There ain't no money in it, I'll tell you that.
Elbow right to the solar plexus, and Sting again. You don't know internally how much this high-impact style of Vader affects the champion.
Oh.
To what degree? Another elbow drop.
And that's a 450-pound elbow coming down. He's gonna measure him for another one.
Oh, big splash.
It's over.
And Sting able to get that one shoulder. He spun out from underneath Vader. He didn't power out. He didn't lift Vader off of him. He spun out from underneath him. And he has been busted up right here with all those high-impact moves. The splash and the elbow drops. Again, we're not dealing with a normal human being here in the challenger. And those are just
Look at Vader.
Insulting kicks right in the ribs. Well, Vader's taking his time.
Look at this.
Wow, what
Picks him
strength.
up.
Oh, my.
Picks him up.
Right by the throat, holding him over his head. He is the most powerful athlete I have ever seen on any athletic field.
See, this is to Vader's advantage now. Sting's down, he's hurt. Vader can measure him for the slow, methodical moves, whatever he wants to do to him. Step over toe hold right here.
10 minutes gone by, 10 minutes.
Not only is Sting feeling pain right here, he's in a pinning predicament. He could get pinned.
Stretching the ligaments there. Hey, he's got him Almost in a Scorpion Deathlock position here,
Wouldn't that be something? Beat the champion with his own hold. Would that be insult to injury, Ross, or what?
Indeed it would, as we look over the shoulder of Big Ron Simmons there.
He's got him in the Scorpion Deathlock.
His Sting's own maneuver, the Scorpion Deathlock.
Sting knows how to put it on. Does he know how to get out of it? That's the question now.
Vader's got it applied a little high, it would seem, but still with tremendous pressure. Perhaps more on the ankles than the knees here. Oh, Sting almost out of it. He's close. Referee about ready to ring the bell there. Crowd here getting into it. Their champion in trouble.
Look at the strength on the part of the Stinger.
Oh, and Vader just sits back down on it. That again, he's expending so much of his energy and so much of his strength just to keep from getting his legs broken here. He is close. How much more can the champion of the world take?
And which way does he go to get out of it? I mean, he tries to push himself up. When he does that, Vader's going to sit right back on him and drop him back down again.
Sting, with all he's got, every muscle in his body contracted. Finally, with his strength, lower body strength, able to force Vader away from him.
But he is hurt. Look at Sting, the right leg is dragging, the lower back is killing him.
Big time right hand. The champion of the world is in deep trouble, in more trouble than I've ever seen him in his championship career. Vader again, the big right hand. And Sting barely just hanging on the second rope.
Quick! Quick! Quick!
Irish whip, far side. Oh, Vader caught him. He caught him with a dynamic clothesline. That huge arm right in his face.
Look at Vader yelling, it's over, and it might well be. Sting making no moves to even get up at this point.
Sting, his running lights indeed have been not only dim, they may have been put out right there. He's barely able to stand. He got a faraway look on his face. Vader has him up. Oh, power slam. And Sting kicked out. The champion kicked out.
Well,
and Race can't believe it.
That's why he's the champion. You gotta respect him.
Tremendous display of determination and fortitude by the champion. Vader backs him again into the corner. Sting does not want to be here.
Sting has no choice where he wants to be at this point.
Vicious headbutts.
Look at Vader just measuring him, taking his time.
Sting blocks it, cuts back to the right hand. Martial arts, blows by the Stinger. Going for some momentum. He caught him. Oh, what a move! A new move by the Stinger. That rolling karate kick. He caught Vader in the face with that one. And the 448-pound challenger is down.
Both men down on the mat. Sting needs to keep it up now.
DDT! Sting with a DDT! Now Vader is in danger of being pinned here, but Sting can't cover it.
Sting needs to crawl over and cover him.
Fatigue factor being just setting in here.
15 minutes gone by, 15 minutes.
Past the 15-minute mark in this one. Sting has had to carry the weight of this huge man. Trying to run through him. He knocked him outside, but Sting took a tremendous part of the impact as well. Sting put his body on the line there. Tried to run through this big monster and at least knock Vader to the apron. But Sting is down again.
Vader's on his feet. He's not going up, is he?
Well, if he comes off, it's a disqualification.
If he comes off the top.
Sting with a kick right to the solar plexus. Vader now lying on top.
And now it's Sting who can measure Vader. Vader is caught on the top rope. totally helpless. Sting laying in those kicks 3 and 4 times on Big Van Vader.
He's trying to get him up. What's he gonna do here? Vader's 448 pounds. Sting's got Vader up on his shoulders. Can he hold him? He's got the huge man up, the champion. With all the strength in his body, with Vader up on his shoulders. Look at Sting, look at... What's he gonna do here? Oh, what a slam! How he executed that slam! I'll never know what strength!
He's got to cover him.
He may have him.
Anything.
He may have him here. And 2 and a half. What a move by Sting, the champion. Putting that 448 pounds on his shoulder and executing a slam behind him. Trying to go for a suplex. Vader caught him with the elbow. I'm not so sure Sting can suplex him anyway. Vader 448. Oh, Sting. Referee's down. Sting's got him. He's got him pinned. He's got him pinned. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the referee was knocked down for a couple of counts. Sting had the man pinned. Sting had Big Bad Vader pinned in that suplex, but the referee could not be there to count it. Oh, this match is taking its toll on both men. Sting just got 1 foot on the drop kick. Going for the Stinger Splash, and he hits it. The Stinger Splash. Vader and Sting. Oh, my. Sting hit his head. He hit his head on that steel railing there, Jess, where that hook is, right by his left arm, his right arm.
Both men. Vader sitting on the seat of his pants in the center of the ring. He's not sure where he is. Sting literally draped over the top rope. Almost, I think he's unconscious.
Sting hit his head on that steel support. He's bleeding. Sting hit his head on that steel support. The champion is hurt. He hit his head on the steel. Oh, my. Oh, my. This will be all. He can't get up from this one. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. What do you think about the champion of the world? Battered and bloody, but he got that shoulder off. This guy will not quit. He hit his head. I saw it as clear as day. Right on that steel support. Oh, he's in a weakened state. Look at that big. Oh, he's in trouble. He's hurt. He is hurt.
And Vader's measuring him.
He may have a concussion. He slapped that steel, and it didn't give.
Sting had everything going his way. He had the chance to win it, and one move has cost him and cost him dearly.
Ray's calling for the power bomb. And, oh, God! He just planted him with a power bomb, and Vader has won it! Vader has won the world title!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Big Van Vader!
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the ring area at 254 pounds, he's from Venice Beach, California. This is Sting!
Sting ready to do battle with Dirty Dick Slater, and listen to this crowd.
Well, Sting has a lot of things to worry about. Not only has Sting got to watch out for Drake the Hammer Valentine and maybe the Barbarian, but what about Jake the Snake Roberts? I guarantee you he's somewhere watching this match.
Absolutely. We saw Jake the Snake Roberts at the very open of the hour, and you can bet the Snake not too far away. But Sting going to work immediately on Slater. You know, Jake Roberts has come out and said that all he wants is Sting to quit. Well, obviously, he doesn't know Sting very well. Collar and elbow hookup into a side headlock. Dick Slater putting the pressure on the back of the neck. Sting takes him to the ropes. The referee calls for the break. Slater Sends him across the ring, but he ducks under the clothesline. Sting now with a body slam. And when you look at Sting, you're looking at an athlete that is not going to back down from anybody. Kellen elbow, with Slater going to work on the arm. Now a reversal by Sting. Really putting the pressure on that arm now. The elbow, the wrist, and the shoulder. Hip toss reversal. Elbow drop, Sting out of the way. Hip toss takedown. And Teddy Sting is staying right on top of this action, not letting up a moment.
Well, he has to. I'm pretty sure Sting remembers what Valentine and what Slater did to Dustin Rhodes. And by the way, I do know that the promoters have signed Slater and Valentine to meet Rhodes and Wyndham. So whenever that match comes to your town, be sure to be there.
And now Sting, Slater, both athletes up on their feet. Sting backed into the corner. Both men breaking cleanly.
Well, you
Referee
see,
gets in the middle.
and that surprises me about Slater making a clean break.
Goes to work on Sting with the elbow. Series of elbows sends Sting down to one knee. And now Slater sends Sting out to the concrete floor.
Well, now you can see, well, here's Sting. He's back up now. Slater drops another elbow right to the back of the head of Sting.
Sting now is in serious trouble, and you can't help but wonder if those DDTs he sustained at the hands of Jake the Snake Roberts back on August 2nd are having some telltale effects here in this contest. And now, Dick Slater sets up.
Well, Slater goes for a cover here.
Referee in position, but Sting kicks out at the count of two.
Well, Slater didn't hook the leg.
And now Slater goes behind quickly, goes into a full Nelson.
And like you said about those DDTs, may still have some effect on Sting. As you can see, Slater has him in a submission predicament here.
Sting now trying to get some daylight between himself and Slater. Reaches back, checks the leg, and listen to this crowd.
And Sting is in a lot of pain.
Trying to fight his way out of this full Nelson. And he does. But Slater quick to attack. And Sting blocks the vertical suplex attempt and reverses one of his own. And now Sting in position for the cover two. Slater kicks out at the count of two. And now Slater on the receiving end of a standing arm bar. Irish whip off the rope, elbow sends Sting to the mat. And now again, Dick Slater sets up, Russian leg sweep. Devastating move, and now Slater moves in, hooks the leg, 2 count, but Sting again, fighting back now on instinct and guts. Kicks out.
Well, you take Sting, the former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. This man understands exactly what it means to be in the ring with a guy like Dick Slater. Now you can see Slater has him in another submission predicament.
Standing guillotine or abdominal stretch, call it what you will, tremendously painful submission hold.
And this particular hold, you can apply so much pressure on your opponent when you've got him in that position like that. It's not like being down on the mat.
Puts all the pressure on the ligaments and the cartilage in the ribcage area as well as the shoulder and the low back. Very painful hold. But listen to this crowd. They are giving him the fuel that he needs to counter this offense, and counter is what he does. Chop to the chest. sends Sting to the mat, but he's up quickly. And then back down on one knee, straight over that middle ring rope. Referee starts to count. Haymaker right hand blocked and then countered by Sting. Sting coming back now out of the corner. Fires away. 360 right cross and down goes Slater. And this is the Sting we know. Bouncing Slater's head off that top turnbuckle. Slater, dazed.
Well, now, if I was Sting, I would cover Slater right here. You got him down. You know he's dazed. Well, here's the cover.
1, 2. No. Slater had his leg up on that ring rope. Referee broke it. Sting. On the offense again. Irish whip. Sets up for a back body drop. Telegraph. Crooked elbow. Both men now showing some fatigue here. It's been a grueling contest so far. Sting blocking that attack by Slater, counters and bounces Slater's head off that top turnbuckle. Irish whip. Sting catches himself. Ultima 2.5. Nice move by Sting.
But Slater was able to get out of it.
And now Slater attempting a snapmare, but Sting reverses, going for the backslide.
Well, now this is a test of strength on both men's part. Now let's see here. Who's going to give right here?
Slater trying to make his way to the ring rope. And Sting is just about got him over. Slater escapes, comes back with an elbow, sets his man up. Apparently for the pile driver, but no, a reversal by Sting. 2, 3.
The winner of the contest, Sting!
Well, wait a minute. Here's Valentine.
I was about to say, tremendous counter and a pinfall for Sting. But now Greg the Hammer Valentine comes in. Slater and Valentine both. Double elbow, down goes Sting.
Well, now, you know, this is too much. Not only does Sting have to worry about Jake the Snake Roberts, well, here's Nikita Koloff.
Nikita Koloff comes in, and he is bleeding out. Sting back on his feet.
And you can see referee Randy Anderson trying to restore some order here. Now, Sting is over on Slater.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents. First, from Venice Beach, California, weighing 251 pounds, this is Sting! His tag team partners from Detroit, Michigan, total combined weight, 525 pounds, Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, the Steiner Brothers!
Yes, you and I can look out in the stands. They're standing everywhere, screaming for the Stinger, and of course, the Steiner brothers.
I'll tell you something, Shabani. I gotta give Sting credit where credit's due. The guy's electrifying. When he comes out, the crowds just go crazy over that man.
Of course, there's another man who has Sting on his mind, and that is Jake the Snake Roberts. And what about spin the wheel, make the deal? 12 matches.
Spin the wheel, make the deal, and you could come up with any combination at all.
You know, they say each and every match is a specialty of Jake the Snake Roberts. Sting really has his back to the wall, maybe more than he's ever had in WCW. All right, Ravage King Rick Rude, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, a man who feels that, yes, he can not only become the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, but also looking forward to that rematch with Chono for the NWA title. Sting and Rude, and the fans are going nuts.
Well, you know what? I think Ravishing Rick Rude is a man of destiny. He's got destiny. If anyone in the world can win the NWA title and the WCW title, I predict that is the man who could very well do it. Look at this. He's posing. Now he wants Sting to pose. No contest. There's no way he's going to match up. Sting looks great, but Rude wins it on abs alone.
A little head shove up. The fans going absolutely bananas there. Sting and his longtime partner, the Steiners, close friends, set to go in the sixth man. He has another partner named Nikita Koloff, who's set to battle Jake the Snake and Cactus. And that match has been signed. I'd love to see that as well. But he and Rude tie him up. Or I should say, hook him up.
Side headlock, and now Rude trying to muscle his way out. We're going to see a little test of strength here. And right now, Rude is winning it. Look at the bodies on these two guys. I'll tell you, terrific conditioned athletes right there.
Rude trying to power out. Scott Steiner, the far side of the encouragement.
Whoa!
Back to the headlock by Sting. Headlock takeover.
You know, it looked like he grabbed a little hair there, Schiavone. You don't think so? That right hand was awful close up there.
I think we were looking at the same camera angle where side headlock. Rolls him over. 1, 2. Sting got out of that one, and that was close. Sting, former world heavyweight champion. He and Rude have had some legendary battles. It was almost a year ago when they had that big match for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship that at that time Sting held.
And here's Rude again trying to muscle his way out. Let's hopefully we'll get the camera angle. We'll see if possibly Sting's grabbing the hair here. Nope, that time he didn't.
Sting certainly has to be focused in preparation for Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. No question about it, he's got to be in top physical shape come that night. Rude with a hip swivel, looking away, pick up, and avoided an atomic drop on Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ouch, does that hurt too, Schiavone?
And you can see it. He's in the wrong corner as well. Sting grabs him again. Here it comes. One more time. Drawing the spine. Sting backs away from the corner. Grabs the arm. Full-on dragon twist. Boy, Sting is on top of his game here this evening.
Well, right now, the Stinger dominating the U.S. heavyweight champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude off to a bit of a slow start here in the six-man.
Rude will make the tag for Arn Anderson. Anderson coming in very deliberately. Nailed Sting right in the midsection. Great teamwork. Bobby knocked him down as well. And now, Sting in the wrong place. Referee sending the Steiners back and a triple team.
And there you see the Steiners making a classic mistake. They try to come to the aid of their partner, but what happens? They actually cause more damage to be done on Sting because the referee doing his job has to force him out of that ring, allows a triple team in the corner.
We do have to take a break, we understand. The tape machines are rolling. If something happens during the break, we'll show you exactly what. All right, Tony Schiavone, Jesse the Body Ventura back with you on Worldwide Wrestling. During the break, great exchange between both teams, but no pinfall. The match continues now. Both Steiners tagged in. Only one will be able to come in. It's going to be Scott Steiner. Scott and Rick, of course, just last week with a big upset over Dr. Death Steve Williams and Terry Bam Bam Gordy to make themselves the #1 contenders to the World Tag Team title. But right now, it's Scott in against a man who'll be going after Chono and the NWA title, U.S. champ Ravishing Rick Rude. Scott's a very powerful man. Rude pulls away.
Well, Ravishing Rick Rude initially wanted to lock up the fingers, but then he had second thoughts about it. You can see the fans getting on the U.S. heavyweight champion. Mr. Rude, not exactly Mr. Popularity, but then again, most successful people aren't that popular with the peons.
Rude is a great strategist. He knows exactly what he's doing, even though he's showing Scott the face of bewilderment right there. Hooks on the Greco knuckle up. Show of power right here.
And look at the bodies and the muscles are bulging on this one, Schiavone. Even up right now.
Both men up top. You're watching this match, the six-man main event here on Worldwide.
And Rude's getting the advantage. He's humbling Scott Steiner. He's taking him to his knee.
Down on one knee, Scott Steiner. Rude has Steiner down. We talked about Rude's desire to be world champ, NWA champ as well, but also he's got to be careful of a man named Nikita Koloff, who wants that U.S. heavyweight title.
And look at Scott Steiner, unbelievable. Come up from the kneeling position and now has a slight advantage over Rude.
A raw show of power here. Scotty. Right under the fingers.
I'll tell you, that was the sickest hip gyration I ever seen.
Up and over. Back body drop. Grabs Rude. Big, massive bear hug now. Look at the pain on the face of the U.S. champ.
And the champ's caught in the wrong corner, and here comes the gremlin. This guy's dangerous.
Picks him up from the other side. Hooking the arms around the lower part of the rib cage and pulling up. And boy, Jess, I know you know that hurts.
He's got the knuckles right in on the sternum right there. Oh! Takes him into an atomic drop. Rude into the wrong corner. Sting with a cheap shot punch from the outside. And look at Ravishing Rick. He don't know where he's at right now.
Looks out towards Medusa, and back he goes. And that was a smart move back up in the corner.
Smart move or a dumb move by Steiner. Steiner led him into the corner. They had him hurt, and they allowed a tag.
He wants Arn Anderson. Certainly the Steiners have more than an issue with Arn Anderson and Beautiful Bobby as these two teams vie to see who the #1 contender to the World Tag title is.
You know, I've still got to laugh at Rick Steiner and that amateur headgear he wears. You know why? What, cauliflower ears are going to make him ugly?
Right hand to the head. Steiner sending Arn Anderson to the Irish whip to the right side. Big elbow. Anderson rolls on the outside. Steiner looked away, enabling Anderson. Oh! He ran right head first to a knee.
And look at Rick Steiner. He loves dishing out that punishment. He gets that grin on his face. Good block there by the enforcer, Arn Anderson, driving Rick Steiner's head into the buckle.
It's action like this that our fans see each and every week as you see WCW in arenas live. Big clothesline! And Arn Anderson rolls on the outside. After the big clothesline, Medusa quickly to his aid. And he is slowing down the momentum of the Steiners right here.
Absolutely, you can see Medusa. She's up on the apron now. She's asking for a timeout. And the Steiners are willing to give it to her. You can see Rick Steiner. He signaled timeout. He was happy with that.
Has a tag been made?
Apparently so. Referee's allowing Beautiful Bobby. This is Beautiful Bobby about the first shot he's had in the ring this evening.
Bobby hooks him up with Rick. Scotty gets a tag back in, and now Bobby is in the wrong place. Full arm dragon twist from Scott. They go to a neutral corner now. Shoots him into the other neutral corner. Scott comes in with a clubbing elbow right on the face that time of Bobby.
And Bobby ain't going to be beautiful too long if he gets too many more of those.
Scotty shaking out the cobwebs as well. And he goes down with a big, big clothesline. He walks right into the corner. A tag is made, and here's Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude circles behind Scott and goes to the back.
Legal move right there. That was total forearm. Again, driving the forearm into the kidney area, Scott Steiner.
Let's remember 1 week ago on Worldwide, the Steiners got the big win against Doc and Gordy. But there was no question, Doc and Gordy hurt the back a week ago of Scott Steiner, and that's exactly what Rude's picking up on right now.
Absolutely. Ravishing Rick Rude is the U.S. champ. He does his homework. He's got the big squeeze now on Scott Steiner in the ring. What he's doing here, by squeezing like that, he's taking the oxygen away. He's wearing him down. And there you can see Steiner is trying to get his arms inside Rude's in an attempt to reverse this bear hug.
He has some leverage, his feet being on the ground. He reverses to the bear hug, but quickly Rude's out of it with a chop to the eyes. And the knee to the head. Here comes the enforcer, Arn Anderson. Many times a member of the World Tag Team Champ. He would love to be World Tag Team Champ again. A cover. 1, 2, no. Scott is out of it. A cover again. 1, 2, Scott's out again.
And Look at the strength of Scott Steiner trying to fight his way up here. Arn Anderson, a fresh man in the ring. Whoa, and Arn got caught.
The leg scissors applied by Scott Steiner.
No pun intended, the beautiful Bobby's in there, you know, Sean.
Sure wasn't. Bobby relentless. He makes a tag, holds Scott away from the tag. Rude cuts him off, and that's great tag work. Taunting Sting now. He wants Sting in. That's exactly what he wants.
Absolutely.
He wants another shot at a double team.
And look at this chin lock while he sits on the lower back. Scott Steiner right now has pain from his teeth all the way down his vertebrae, if that's applied correctly, Shivani.
Notice how Rude is bending back with a reverse chin lock. It's sitting on the lower back, the same part this team has been working on very successfully in this six-man tag. Don't forget next week, the World Tag Title match will be held right here. We understand the champs will be back on Worldwide. Scott just trying to walk Rude towards his corner. Rude will have none of it, sits right down on Scotty again. Boy, Scott is in desperate need of a tag, and that is an understatement here, Jess.
And he's going to be in desperate need of a chiropractor if he doesn't get out of this hold.
We're glad to have you with us here on Worldwide. Exciting action, as you can see, but even 10 times more exciting to see Worldwide action, WCW action live in an arena near you.
Hey, I'll tell you, live's the only way to see it.
Can Scott get out of this? That's the big question. Rude continues to pull on that head. Scott has taken a tremendous amount of punishment 2 weeks in a row now, but he is still in there. Tremendous amount of grit, determination, and heart. And Scotty close to the corner. Bobby is in.
Was it no tag? Ref saying he didn't see it.
I don't think he made the tag anyway, but the double team very effective. Continuing to work on the back. And an arrogant tag by Rude, taunting the other corner, and Arn Anderson drives to the back again. Snapmare takeover. Anderson deliberately to the corner. Middle turnbuckle now.
Oh!
Right to the foot.
Arn Anderson came off that rope. Scott Steiner simply raised his leg in the air, caught Arn right under the chin with a foot, and we got a race to see who can get to the corner now.
Can Scotty make it? Dives head first. He's almost there. He's on. He got it. It's Sting. Sting and Arn Anderson are the legal men. But he's fighting off all three, and now all six are going at it.
We got mayhem now, Shivani. Referee got to get some type of control. Arn Anderson and Sting are the legal men in the ring.
Sting is first. Sting's first. They cover 1, 2, 3.
He got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the team of the Steiner Brothers and Sting. It is a coal miner's glove match. The steel encased coal miner's glove perched high above the ring. The first competitor to reach the glove can use it during this non-sanctioned contest. Introducing first, from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing 248 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
You know, Jesse, Jake talks so much about that big giant cobra he has. It really concerned the WCW officials. They did a lot of research on the anti-venom, and there is a medical technician here tonight with anti-venom just in case of a misfortunate situation.
Well, Jake S. doesn't even have the snake with him. He came to the ring without the bag. Why worry about it?
Jake the Snake Roberts, and now let's go back to Gary.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing 252 pounds, this is Sting!
the Stinger.
Absolutely. I'll give you credit on this one. Sting, in my opinion, is the most popular wrestler in the entire world today. He electrifies the crowd when he walks out that tunnel.
Remember, fans, it's not sanctioned by WCW. The pole has been attached to the corner of the ring. And Jake is lambasting Sting, and Jake already going for the pole and trying to go for the glove.
Much too early. You got to give Roberts credit for that. You get the glove, you're going to win the match probably. But he set himself up, and the Stinger pulled him down and gives him a big slam. And another one.
Sting scoops him up. Obviously, the goal is to incapacitate your opponent and get that glove. And use the glove any way that you can. Jake with that forearm right to the lower back of the Stinger. Jake has that vaunted DDT. He hits you with that, he'd have all day to get the glove.
Absolutely. If he hits him with the DDT, it'd give you enough time, Ross, to run out, get a ladder, and you could get the glove.
Jake missed that big right hand, and he covers up in the corner. The referee is here only to count the pin or to basically make a ruling on the decision. Roberts with a knee to the midsection, follows it with a clothesline. Irish whip going left to right here. And Sting caught him that right. He got the right in and knocked Jake the Snake down.
Well, Roberts missed and Sting didn't. There you see Jake taking a look at the pole, and I'll tell you, that is one high pole. Kareem Jabbar would have trouble getting to that pole.
There you see a good shot of it. It's got to be 25, 30 feet from the floor all the way to the top. Side headlock by Jake the Snake. Rangy competitor, weighed in at 248. One of the most devious and diabolical individuals ever to compete in the squared circle.
The Stinger missed the drop kick.
Indeed he did, and Roberts made that U-turn at the ropes. And now let's see if he'll work on the back of Sting. This whole situation between these two started as Jake buries that knee into the lower back and the kidneys on August the 2nd in Baltimore, Maryland. When Jake burst on the scene and attacked Sting.
In fact, if I remember right, he DDT'd him twice on a steel chair.
You're right, he surely did.
It's amazing Sting's here today.
Many people say that this match will end it for these two. Threw him right over the top. Again, remember, it's not sanctioned. Jake the Snake taking him. Jake, oh my gosh! God shook the ring. Jake went right to the steel. And now Stinger going on the other side of the ring. I thought he was going to try to go up the pole, but he comes out, he's got Jake confused, and takes him again to the steel.
Well, temporarily right now, they've forgotten about the glove, and they're just fighting. You can see Sting grabbing Jake the Snake, pulling that shoulder into the steel pole. Now the Stinger's going up after the glove.
Sting trying to climb the pole, and there he goes. He's close. He's a couple of feet away, but Jake Roberts is there to pull the Stinger down. Man, I tell you, when they get up on that pole, there's no mats on the outside. They fall to concrete. It's over. Good counter by Jake. Belly to back suplex, but his shoulder is really, really hurting.
You can imagine after 3 shots into the steel post. I'll tell you what, Stinger got himself in the right frame of mind for this, because those were moves you'd expect out of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake tried to shake that feeling back into his arm, but that's not going to help it any. As Sting goes back to work on it. Trying to jerk it out of its socket. On top of that hammerlock. Jake Roberts has said publicly that he will not rest until Sting has been completely eliminated from the sport.
You know what's interesting? When we spun the wheel earlier this evening, I wonder if either guy would have had his choice, if either one would have chose the coal miner glove.
I don't know, it's a good question.
You know, you got 12 of the most vicious matches you can imagine. And I just wonder, you know, which guy would have felt that this glove is an advantage one way or the other. Or maybe this is a good neutral one, where neither one of them has an advantage. course, snakes are pretty good at slithering up poles, aren't they?
Indeed they are, as both men back up to their feet. And Jake hip block Sting right over the top rope. Sting landed hard on the apron. And now Jake the Snake, again, he was trying to go up to the top. And Sting brings him right down on the steel.
And Jake's a soprano now. You know what happens there, Ross, from your great football days? You need to get in that squat position.
Sting stepping on Jake's head as the Snake holds on to Sting's right leg and kicks away, flat of the foot. The lights out, spin the wheel, make the deal match after weeks of anticipation and speculation as to what match it would be. Coal Miner's glove. And again, Sting is working on the arm. Roberts has got to have suffered some sort of separation in the arm. You can't go the steel 3 times and not have some kind of tear there.
You know, it'd be unique what I just thought of, Ross. What if, and again, this is a big what if. What if one of them gets the other one in a submission and they never do get to the glove? That could happen too.
Yes, right.
You know, the glove may sit on the pole all night and never come down.
The match can be won by submission or pinfall.
Absolutely.
The glove is an option.
Yep.
Jake
Quite an option, but it's still just an option. You can still win the match without the glove.
Jake works his way back up as Sting continues to maintain control of the arm bar. And Jake takes him outside. Sting able to land on his feet. Jake out very quick with the right hand. He's got Gary Capetta's chair. And hammers a Stinger on the back with it.
Any other time, disqualification. But this is a non-sanctioned match. They can do anything. Referee only to determine a winner. Now, if I was Roberts right here, I may start moving things towards a DDT here. Because if he can hook it, land the DDT, as you said it earlier, he'll have 10 minutes to get to the top of the pole. In fact, he won't even have to go up to the top of the pole.
Jake's he's taking the tape from around his wrist, and he's strangling Sting with that tape. He's choking him. He's got it around him, wrapped tightly.
And there's nothing the ref can do about it. This is a non-sanctioned matchup. Why is the ref bothering?
Perhaps instinctively.
Must be. Don't let him have the tape, Jake. Keep it.
Maybe at this point, Jake feels that he doesn't need any other unfair advantages. If there are any in a non-sanctioned match, I guess that could be a contradiction of terms. Jake the Snake, that big knee lift, but Sting moved out of the way and Roberts fell back on his head.
Well, Roberts had so much momentum when he went for that knee lift. He made contact, but his momentum lifted him up. He lost his balance and come down and cracked his skull on the mat.
Irish whip, far side, nobody there for the Stinger splash.
And that's the problem. When you got great moves like that, they're all terrific if you hit them. If you don't, they're not terrific.
Roberts fighting basically with one arm, but he uses the short clothesline.
Wow, what a gutsy move. And that's the signal. That's a setup move for the DDT.
He's trying to get the feeling back into his left arm, but as we know, he's right-handed. He uses the right arm for the DDT. Well, he's using the left. He used the left and caught it, and he hurt himself. He hurt himself again by using the left arm for the DDT, but in any event, Sting was planted face first to the canvas.
Roberts hurt himself, but he hurt Sting a lot more. Sting is out. And Roberts is going up. The race is on.
Roberts is going to have trouble maintaining his balance with just one good arm, and Sting over to grab the leg, pulls him back down, and Jake catches Sting in the face with the elbow. And oh, the Stinger right around the pole. Great athletic maneuver. Great agility by the Stinger. He made a 360. Wait a minute. There's Cactus Jack. There's Cactus Jack. What's he doing? He's bringing the snake handler's glove out. Sting is going to the top. Sting is almost to the top.
He's got the glove. Sting has got the glove. And Jake's got the snake.
Jake has got that darn Cobra. And Sting has got the coal miner's glove. Sting with the coal miner's glove. And the snake has got bitten Jake the Snake.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Sting!
Sting nails Jake with a coal miner's glove, but the Cobra has bitten Jake the Snake in the face. The Cobra is hanging on to his face, my God! Roberts is being lacerated by that snake. It's lashed onto his face. What's Sting trying to do with a coal miner's glove? Cactus Jack wants no part of it. Look at them. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Roberts, the snake has got him bit right in the face.
And look at the blood. Roberts is bleeding profusely from that Cobra.
Help him! Somebody help him!
Somebody, he needs help badly. He has been bitten by his own Cobra.
Somebody back there!
Oh, they gotta get help. Jake Roberts needs help badly. Medical help, Jess. He was bitten right in the face by his own Cobra. He is getting woozy. He's going out of it. I don't know if Sting was gonna try to pull the snake off or what. My gosh.
Welcome back to the Power Hour. Our main event is underway. Sting, Ron Simmons, Dustin Rhodes against Cactus Jack, Tony Atlas, and the Barbarian. The Sting starts it out with Cactus Jack.
Yeah, Sting's been all over Cactus Jack here, using his speed, wrestling knowledge, really outmaneuvering the Cactus. And then we see a tag. Bam!
The youngster, Dustin Rhodes. And a headbutt from Cactus Jack. Cactus, the type of guy who likes to work you over in the corner with those high-impact maneuvers. Dustin in trouble early on now.
Oh! He got one on his own.
Rolls him up, 1, 2, got a 2 count. And a right hand to the head. Irish whip to the ropes, follows him in. Oh, the big
man.
foot.
Boy, Rhodes walked into that one.
And Cactus takes the low road. You know, Larry, you got the case of 3 burly, strong guys in one quarter. When the momentum changes, you know they're going to try to slow it down.
Yeah, and the bad thing is for Rhodes, Simmons, and Sting, these guys aren't full-deck players, and they're certainly not members of the clergy. They'll do anything to win, not to mention, I think they're more after sometimes to hurt people. There's a big difference between trying to beat somebody and hurting them.
Tremendous power in that Beal maneuver by Tony Atlas. Certainly one of the most powerful men ever to step into the ring in WCW.
You know, he's powerful. Tony Atlas has been around a long time, too, so he knows.
Oh, blocked by Dustin. Send him over himself. Arm drag takedown off his feet, and again.
Oh!
And a drop kick. Atlas in trouble. And Dustin with a head of steam. Atlas tags out quickly.
Well, see, I tell you now, Atlas is obviously a stronger man, but Dustin Rhodes right there showing it's the speed and the science that can really rock you.
We do understand tonight Dustin Rhodes has a King of Cable matchup, and a big announcement will be made by Cowboy Bill Watts concerning the matchup. That's tonight on WCW Saturday night. A tag is made to world champ Ron Simmons.
I tell you, smart move, too, by Dustin Rhodes. Get Simmons in there. You know, now you got equal men of size and power. It should be interesting.
Simmons and the Barbarian. 2 men on a collision course for the WCW World title, and now going at it right here.
Little conference call by Cactus. See what they're planning on.
Shove.
Push.
Or whatever. Big shot. The Barbarian laying him into Simmons. Oh, picked him up.
And here goes Simmons.
Ron Simmons, like a wild man, he and the Barbarian. So much animosity between these two. What a match it will be when they face each other for the world title, but right now.
Oh man, Barbarian caught Simmons right in the breadbasket.
Sends him to the far side, missed the clothesline to the Barbarian, but Simmons didn't miss it all. Covers it, 1, 2. No sir, Barbarian out of it.
Yeah, he's a strong man to cradle up like that.
Now the Stinger. The man who'll face Ravishing Rick Rude this Wednesday gets a shot to the throat.
He got a shot in the throat, and he is in the wrong corner.
Into the midsection, Cactus Jack. Look at Atlas holding on. Randy Anderson trying to restore some order here, but Sting in the wrong place here, and he's being leveled.
Well, you got a 150-pound referee in the middle of these 6 monsters. You can forget him being any type of authority.
But you got to give him a lot of credit. He is asserting himself here.
Well, he can assert himself, but it's virtually impossible for one man to keep track of 6 guys. That's just all there is to it.
Cactus Jack. To the turnbuckle goes Sting, and now the tag, and here comes Tony Atlas in. The big, powerful arms of Atlas shooting Sting to the other side. He got to hit him. Atlas got some force of his own from the right side ropes, and that made that lariat even more effective, and now the reverse chin lock.
He's got that chin lock on him, working on the neck. You know what Atlas is thinking about? He's softening Sting up for the kill, and that's that full Nelson he's got.
Slams him down. Some momentum. Sting got the knees up on the big splash. And immediately makes a tag out. Barbarian cuts Sting off with the big foot. Larry, I think that caught him right in the shoulder.
Yeah, look, it looked like Sting pulled his head out of the way when he saw it coming. Otherwise, we would have had a field goal here.
Big backbreaker. He executes maneuvers with such ease. Picks up guys. He is so strong.
For a man this size, this powerful, he has great agility. Great agility.
Tag Cactus Jack. Rakes on the back of Stinger.
I tell you, the teamwork here with the part of Jack and the Barbarian and Atlas, I think right now is in their favor. They're going to keep Sting, they're going to keep working on the lower back, and they're going to keep him in the corner. And if Sting doesn't make it away to tag, you might see the end of the Stinger, because you got 3 guys in here capable of doing you some real bodily harm, baby.
Now, there's no question Sting has had his share of injuries in this sport. The last being at certainly the hands of Big Van Vader and breaking the ribs. So certainly working on the small of the back, the lower back is working on the ribs as well.
Working on the ribs, working on the wind. That whole, how you say it, kidney area.
Sting trying to escape. Pressure to the ears, feels him out, but he falls back. Can he make a tag? Yes, Dustin Rhodes. Dustin and Tony Atlas now. Dustin, after everyone, takes Atlas off his feet.
Simmons is in.
And Sting is in.
They're all in.
All 6 men. Dustin and Atlas are the legal man. And Atlas goes on the outside.
And there's Randy Anderson trying to figure out exactly what's going on. Like I said, 1 referee with 6 men, forget it.
He's doing a tremendous job, Randy Anderson. Staying right with the action.
He telegraphed that. Atlas saw that's years of experience.
You're right, telegraphed it, and now Tony Atlas, the native of Roanoke, Virginia, tremendous amateur background, brings in Cactus Jack, and Dustin continues to slug it out. Dustin has great reserve.
Well, I tell you, the kid's a fighter. He's got a real tenacious, individual. Whoa.
Cactus shrugged him off and nailed him.
Man, did he nail him? That was a 2.5 gainer.
Covers. And Dustin got away from that. Tries it again, but no avail. And boy, does Dustin need a tag. Cactus. Big double axe handle. Working on the neck and the head of Dustin. Of course, that big move out of the corner certainly maybe softened that neck. I've looked to the head of the Barbarian. What a weapon that is.
Yeah, just put your head here. But he's got a head like a gorilla.
Boy, Simmons wants it the Barbarian any way he can. Look at that. Backed away now by Anderson and Dustin
Well,
lying prone in the corner.
Simmons and Sting have got to be frustrated. They see what's going on. You know, they feel sorry for Dustin. Why, I don't know. But they just see that the kid can't get away.
Look at that, Larry. The foot right to the chin. Once again, the frustration in that corner.
That's the frustration. Simmons and Sting knows what this kid's going through in the corner of Jack and the Barbarian and Atlas. I mean, it's brutal.
There you see down on the floor while action's going on. Oh, wow. On the concrete floor, and Sting's had enough. Sting has had enough. He is standing over there. Randy Anderson going to check Usher Sting back to his side of the ring. And that's going to enable Cactus Jack to get his blows in again.
I know, it's frustrating to stand there. If you go to help the guy, you cause this type of a situation, forcing the referee to be pulled out of, you know, out of the mainstream.
On the chest. Dustin in major trouble here. The Barbarian unloading with a tremendous lariat. Double arm hook from the Barbarian. Cactus Jack right to the chest muscle area. And now the sleeper hold.
Let's see how he's got it hooked down here. I can't. There you go. There you go. He, not only he's got it hooked, Dustin has been nailed in the face.
You can see it. Dustin's hurt. Dustin.
He don't know where he is.
Cactus Jack's going to try to show him. Dustin. Yeah, he's really in trouble now. I'm not so sure how much more he can take. And now the sleeper hold again. Dustin picked him up.
Man, he pulled that one out.
Incredible.
Tag.
Here comes Ron Simmons. Simmons is in. He wants Jack to get up again. Big shoulder. Cover. 1, 2. Barbarian with a save. And now all 6 men are back in.
They can't take it anymore. They're in.
Simmons runs to the foot. Simmons and Cactus are the legal man here. Power slam. 1, 2. It's over.
He caught him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your second main event. It is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit in your first round match in the King of Cable tournament. Introducing first at 229 pounds from Cincinnati, Ohio, Brian Pillman.
Brian, a phenomenal athlete, but man, his attitude certainly needs, in my opinion, a little work.
In your opinion? Enough said.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing at 255 pounds from Venice Beach, California, this is Sting!
It is deafening here at center stage. They were standing in their seats for the Stinger.
How can so many people be so wrong? You wouldn't think you get that many people in one building to be this wrong.
Fans young and old alike. They've got their wrestling dolls. The posters are made. Their shirts. This is the most popular man in WCW, but it's a must-win situation for both. It is a single elimination tournament. The winner will advance to the semifinals and take on Ravishing Rick Rude, who beat Barry Windham a little bit earlier in the program.
Jim, I'm sorry. I just don't feel like talking. I'm sitting here watching this guy, and I feel like just jumping in there and slapping him myself. Again.
Collar and elbow tie-up, Sting with a side headlock.
Come on, Brian. Do something. Do it to him.
Pillman shooting those forearms right into the ribs. And now back Sting into the corner. Caught him with that knife-edge chop. And another one. Knocks him back against those turnbuckle. Sting trying to take all that Pillman's got. Sting and Pillman have been tag team partners many moons ago. And look at Pillman now. He wants to be buddies again. I don't trust him at all.
Come on, Sting, are you that big of a sucker? No, I didn't think so. You're a sucker, but you're not that big of a sucker. Brian needs to attack this guy. He needs to catch him out of the blue. Catch him out of the blue with something. Brian does the high flying stuff, maybe something off the top, maybe a knee right across the bridge of the nose to do it.
or a thumb to the eye might help. But that's
That
what we saw
works.
there.
That works.
Another knife-edge chop. Kicks to the abdomen by Flying Brian. Comes back with a right hand. He's got the Stinger in trouble. Pillman with another chop. He's got him staggered in the corner. Pillman turning it up a notch here.
Go. Well, he finally got what he wanted, but he didn't want that, did he?
Oh, tremendous move. Sting took him up and over and knocks him down with a straight right hand. Irish whip is reversed. Pillman drops down. Great leapfrog by Flying Brian. And Sting caught him. He muscles him up. He caught him in midair.
He's choking the man's what he's doing. Where's the referee? Now he wants to sit him down nice and easy. Don't trust him, Brian. All right.
Well, a good break. And Pillman with almost a look of shock in his face. There's a right as Sting tried to hurry him there. Irish whips. Sting takes him in and extends the arms into the military press.
Did you see him press him?
And Pillman rolls and falls out to the concrete.
I guess so. His inside he probably turned about 3/4 of the way around. That slam like that. Get a man up there. Sting 6'3". Another 3 feet, you figure, 2.5 feet. What, 8.5 feet up? What does that do to the kidneys?
Where's Pillman going? Is he leaving?
He needs to come over and get a drink of water. Come on, Brian, you can do it.
Pillman taking advantage of that 10 count to kind of shake it loose here. And Sting too close to the ropes. And Pillman drives a leg right across the edge of the ring, that unexposed area there.
Oh, now it's an unexposed area. It wasn't when Mr. Watts was doing it, but now it is.
Sting counters the right hand.
You got to beat him in the ring.
Sting takes Pillman back in. Pillman up very quickly, though. There's the speed and quickness of Pillman coming to the front as he caught Sting coming in. And now trying to choke the oxygen out of the Stinger from Venice Beach.
Knee, could he?
Caught him with the elbow. And this one is intense. They haven't stopped.
Oh, look at the handful of hair.
What do you point out? Everything Sting does that may be illegal. Oh, my!
Oh, the Sting got stung.
Oh, drop kicked him.
Great drop kick.
He straddled the top rope and then Pillman drop kicked him off there. And Sting fell all the way to the floor. The Stinger in trouble.
That was phenomenal. What great thinking. What great thinking. Get him in the ring now, Brian, and cover him. He's yours.
Pillman has a decided advantage here. Another hard chop Sting's chest. It's getting beat red. B-E-A-T red by Flying Brian. It tosses him back in, but Sting's left knee.
I'm sorry if I'm enjoying this too much. That's it. Finish him off. They shoot horses, don't they, Jim Ross? They break a leg on the track. Well, they do. They stick a gun to their head and finish him off. That's what he needs to do right now, is finish the man off.
Pillman trying to take Sting's knee and rip it there. Coming down on that.
You know, if I could read lips, I'd say he said, I give up. But maybe I was wrong, but I thought until the referee could give up.
Listen to this crowd, man. They are chanting. They want their favorite, the Stinger, to get back on the attack here, but Pillman's got the high-flying man from Venice Beach grounded.
Got him grounded. He's also got him reaching. He's got his hands above his head. He's not sure what he wants to do. If he wants to give up, if he wants to try to get up. Now, Brian, why did you let him up? You don't do that. If you got a guy down, Jim Ross, do you let him up? I never have.
Pillman steps in, going for the figure four. He's going for the figure four, and he's got it locked in perfectly. Sting's got to roll over to reverse the pressure, but Pillman takes it back to the advantage.
Stay with him, Brian. Stay with him. Ride him hard and ride him long. He don't want no more.
You felt the figure four. It's one of the most painful maneuvers, they tell me, in the entire sport.
That knee will separate the joint itself, and you can feel it pull apart. It's unbelievable, the pain that you can feel there. You can actually feel the joints themselves starting to separate, and that's what causes you long-term, down the road, serious knee problems for a lifetime.
Pillman used the ropes for an unfair advantage, as we saw. Nick Patrick questioned Pillman, who denied the charge, and again, he's using the ropes. The referee's there to see if Sting wants to give it up, and Pillman with figure four. The pain's got to be riveting through the body of Sting.
You know, it feels like fire sometimes. When those bones and that joint start to pop open, it's like you can feel warm, hot, or even hot water run right through into the joint. And it burns. The burning is unbelievable.
Pillman kicks him right in the knee. This crowd incensed at the actions of Flying Brian Pillman. Sting has fought his way back up, but he's knocked back down by Flying Brian in the King of Cable tournament.
You might call this an upset, but I don't. No!
Inside cradle, he got a counter move here, but he couldn't hold it. Sting couldn't quite get it. He couldn't quite get it executed. The pain has got to be excruciating for Sting right now.
A little face rub there. That's a little humiliation there. Get him on that face, run that face across the mat a few times. Doesn't really, it's not gonna beat you, but it doesn't feel good.
Again, Pillman going back, and Sting kicks him off, and Pillman went face first. Went face first into the top turnbuckle, and Pillman now is shaken.
Come on, Brian, get up. Oh, gosh, you got him where you want him.
He clipped him.
Oh,
he clipped him.
Boy, that's a football term. Wake up, Jim Ross. That was just a great move.
He clipped him there. He tried to use the ropes for leverage again, and Sting just barely, barely able to kick out.
Mistake on Pillman's part right there, I think. He should have kept him down and stayed on that leg. That's a weak point. Now you're going to another place.
Well, he's making him carry his weight.
Yeah, carrying his weight. He's got him on that bad leg, but why not have the man flat of his back, continue to work on that knee. You had him where you wanted him.
And Sting turned to the turnbuckle and dropped out of sight. Pillman dropped as far as the top turnbuckle. He tastes it again, and again he's in trouble. What a physical, grueling contest on WCW Saturday night.
Stomp that leg, Brian. Where are you going now?
Sting up quickly. Pillman's caught there, and he slammed right off the top.
Oh, man.
Pillman wants no more of the Stinger, backing away, but he reverses it. And Sting got him by the hair and took him down. Again, taking him face first.
Yeah, by the hair. Let's put that in there again, Jim Ross. By the hair. By the hair. There you go, Brian.
Pillman with that crucifix trying to get him down. Sting has blocked it. With all the strength and a fall-away slam into a counter move. Sting with the cover. 1, 2, and a 2. That's all he got. I thought he had it. I thought he had it.
See how smart he was? He didn't.
Oh, what a right hand. What a right hand.
Illegal right hand, Jim Ross.
Put him in orbit, and Pillman throws him outside. Oh, great match. Great action here. Pillman hammers on the back. A chop that echoes throughout center stage.
Come on, Brian.
Pillman up top to take another chance. Cross body. Sting rolls through. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and a knee. Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. Sting got him in a suplex. Got him in a bridge. And he pinned him. What a matchup! What a wrestling match!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your WCW Saturday Night first main event. It is scheduled for one fall with a 29-pound introduction to the combined weight of 532 pounds from Cruiser Company, Mexico, Cactus Jack, and accompanied by Medusa from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, the U.S. champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. Introducing their opponents with a combined weight of 522 pounds from New York City, Heavy Metal Van Hammer, and from Venice Beach, California, Sting!
The Stinger, who beat Ravishing Rick Rude via split decision this past Wednesday at the Clash of the Champions to advance to the finals of the King of Cable, which will be held as a part of Starrcade 92. Heavy Metal Van Hammer and Sting, along with Dustin Rhodes and Ron Simmons, will form one of the two tag teams. Michael, it's come dressed as you are. A street fight, you've been in those matches, you've got the scars to prove it.
Well, I'm just trying to reimagine the fact of Barry Windham and the last image I had of him swinging a steel chair. I wonder if he'll still bring that in.
Both men really cooking around here in the early going. Sting taking over as he did in the beginning of the match at the Clash. Rude got the kick in. Sting takes him up. Inverted atomic drop. Takes the wrist lock. Controls the action. Tags in Heavy Metal Van Hammer.
Now, I'm going to tell you, what a contrast. Tonight his partner is Sting, and as we've seen at the Clash, he drew in Battle Bull, and his partner's going to be Dan Spivey.
Cactus Jack's partner's going to be Johnny B. Bad. And we'll be talking more about that in ensuing weeks.
Could you say the Beauty and the Beast?
Indeed, it fits. You see the strength of Heavy Metal Van Hammer. And Rude got that knee in. That wrist lock was really becoming very tenuous. And Cactus Jack came in, and he was just scooped up. Remember, Cactus well over 300 pounds. Hammer goes to the elbow. Nobody there. Cactus lateral press, and Hammer able to power out.
This guy's got so much raw strength and talent, Van Hammer, just if he could get his head screwed on right, which is doubtful hanging out with Sting. I mean, why are they even jeopardizing the chances having this match? What are we, 4 days away from Thanksgiving? 5 days.
Hammer the right hands. Let's force Cactus back into the corner. High impact rights. Irish whip again, and that shoulder block. Planting Cactus in the far ring corner. And now Hammer up on the second rope. Another high impact move, and Cactus caught him. Cactus Jack turned right into it. He got the forearm in, the clothesline, and a near fall. A 2.5 count.
So you're going to have to hook Van Hammer's leg. He's got too much upper body strength.
Cactus Jack and Ravishing Rick Rude, the United States Heavyweight Champion. The #1 contender for the World's Heavyweight title, make the exchange. And it's Rude with that striking blow right into the lower back, in the spine, the kidney area, as they begin to try to separate Heavy Metal Van Hammer from his corner, and they've been successful there. There's the bear hug. A good move by Ravishing Rick Rude, and it shows his great upper body strength.
Yes, he is, and it seems like they're going for this quickly. Smart thing to do. Keep Van Hammer the most inexperienced out of all 4 wrestlers in the ring the most. He's bound to make mistakes. One of them was teaming up with Sting. 2 was entering in Thunder Cage Thursday.
Hammer trying to get his hands inside so he can use his strength to hopefully counteract Rude, and he's got it in there. He overpowered Rude right there, and Rude thumbed him right in the eye. Rude temporarily blinding Hammer, grabs his hair, and takes him face first into the foot of Cactus Jack. Another very timely tag is made, and Rude leaves. Cactus Jack comes in.
This match hasn't slowed down for 1 second, Jim.
Cactus trying to take Hammer to the top turnbuckle. He blocks, and Cactus will taste the top turnbuckle. Got the elbow in, man. What a fast-paced, high-impact match. Cactus Jack drops, so 303 pounds. Across the back of Heavy Metal Van Hammer, he front face locks him, brings him back to his corner, and makes another tag with Ravishing Rick Rude. Cactus holds on, Mike.
Man, this is tag team wrestling at its best. Quick tags, cutting off the ring, and they're staying on one concentrated body part, and it seems to be the lower back. Now, you might think it's the chin. Not that he's not hurting his neck, but he's putting most of the pressure on the lower back, where his buttocks are.
We have seen wrestlers over the years like General Skandar Akbar and the Iron Sheik use this maneuver very, very effectively. And Hammer.
And Mike the Hippie Boyette, don't forget.
Sting getting the crowd here at center stage involved in this one. Medusa, who I think proved to everyone she is by far the superior athlete to Paulie Dangerously at the Clash of the Champions.
And she didn't knock him out. He had one hand tied behind his back.
Hammer fighting back. You saw him get the elbow in, but Ravishing Rick Rude is so relentless. Rude, a consummate tactician. He is a man that, yes, will break the rules. He will take blatant shortcuts. But he is a man that certainly has great wrestling skills He has the difference maker. It's the Rude Awakening. That man, the Scorpion Deathlock, is what brought him to the proverbial dance. But I don't think we're going to see those great holds on Thanksgiving night. It's a fist fight.
Oh, it's a fist fight. It's a street fight. What you have to like about Rude, watch his eyes. He is so concentrated. He knows exactly his move and his next move.
He makes the tag to Cactus Jack. Let's see if Cactus can maintain the pressure on the lower back.
And what a contrast of styles, Cactus Jack and Rick Rude.
Cactus going for that cover. He hooked the leg and got 2 out of it.
This is beautiful. They've really taken Sting out of the match.
They really have. They've eliminated him from consideration by keeping Heavy Metal Van Hammer isolated, primarily on their half of the ring, as Cactus was just ripping at the face, choking, doing whatever he can. This is as close as Hammer has been to his corner in a long time.
He needs to make a tag bad.
There's the tag. Another tag. Man, they have tagged in repeatedly.
In double figures.
And Sting and Hammer have not, and that has been the difference in this matchup. And now it is a gut check for Heavy Metal Van Hammer. He is being challenged physically here, isolated. Both wrestlers, Rude and Cactus, have exchanged many times, keeping a fresh man in the ring at all times.
Well, I can't help going through Van Hammer's mind. He's having this much trouble in a regular wrestling match governed by rules. None of this will apply Thursday night in that Thunder Cage. And I think Rick Rude right now, they know they got the back hurt. They're going to take his arrow away with the reverse chin lock.
We know fans from all over the South, from Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, the Carolinas, will be joining us on Thanksgiving night. Great seats will be available right up to match time. 8 o'clock's the start. Especially want to say hi to our friends in Columbus, Georgia, where WCW will be this Monday, and Hammer is fighting with all he has to get back to a vertical base. He has done so. And now can he cause some separation here? That's exactly what he needs to do. Going for the power now. Test of strength. Hammer has the advantage, I would think, in leverage, but he has been fatigued and beaten on, I should say. And it's got to take it out of him.
Oh, it is taking it out, but you can see the inexperience. He fought up to his feet. If he would have hooked the arm and did more or less like an arm drag and took Rude over, it would have freed him up. But instead, being inexperienced, he tried to outmuscle him, and he just doesn't have the wind or the endurance right now. He's taking too much of a beating.
Fans have just been handed a note that Ron Simmons has agreed to meet Paul Orndorff right here next Saturday on WCW Saturday night. So it will be Simmons and Orndorff here next Saturday at 6:05 Eastern, and Rude is relentless in his control of that reverse chin lock with that big arm. There's a knee right to the abdomen and a clubbing blow to the back of the head. Heavy Metal Van Hammer is being tested as he has never been tested before by ravishing Rick Rude and Cactus Jack.
One thing you got to give the kid credit, taking all this punishment, he has yet to be pinned.
He got the knee up and made some contact, and then he catches Rude with that clothesline. This is his opportunity. This is his opportunity. Look at Sting.
He's livid.
I'm ready. Let's make the tag.
Good move. Rude grabbed the ankle. Oh!
Both men make the tag. Cactus Jack and Sting. Hooking it up now. Sting with the right hand. Cactus Jack is reeling. The Irish whip. And the Madman from New Mexico. And a back body drop. Sting now bringing Rude right back inside. Rude now goes outside, holds onto the rope. Rude's legs are caught. Sting now kicking Cactus in the midsection. Hair grabs the hair and takes him face first down. Lateral press, he may have him. Rude in, and now here comes Hammer.
I didn't think they could stay within the boundaries of the rules. This one is busting loose.
Sting, Irish whip, Cactus far side.
Move.
There it is, the Stinger splash. That should be all. He takes him back out. The Stinger now. Oh, wait a minute, there's Atlas, there's a Barbarian.
All right.
The referee's calling for the disqualification. Sting and Hammer will win it by disqualification. There's Ron Simmons, the world's heavyweight champion. Man of the
this is anything like it'll be on Thanksgiving. What a war it'll be in the steel cage.
Look at the meat flying. Look at it flying. Sting's down. Sting's down.
They're fighting all over the building here.
Sting's hurt.
Barbarian and Cactus double teaming the world's champion. Tony Atlas grabbing Simmons and pulling him outside. They're ripping Simmons' clothes off of him. Rude hammers Sting. The referee, wait a minute. There's Vader.
No.
There's Big Van Vader.
He's gonna splash him.
Sting is helpless.
Yes.
He can't defend himself.
Yes.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest on the Clash of the Champions is the semi-final bout in the King of Cable tournament. It is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure there is a winner in this match, we have 3 judges at ringside to score the bout in the event that the match goes the time limit. Introducing first to my left, he is co-host of TBS's Power Hour, former AWA Heavyweight Champion, Larry the Living Legend Zbyszko. Ladies and gentlemen, he's former Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, now representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiro Matsuda. And senior referee for World Championship Wrestling, Ole Anderson. And now let's bring the participants to the ring. Introducing first, he is from Provincedale, Minnesota. He weighs 249 pounds, and he is the United States Heavyweight Champion, ravishing Rick Rude.
Cut the music. What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, out of shape, Sting-loving sleazebags, keep your mouth shut, stand up and bow to the next King of Cable. Hit the music.
The winner of this one goes to the finals, December 28th at Starrcade.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing 252 pounds, this is Sting!
They're shaking the rafters here in Columbus, Georgia. It's packed here for the Clash of Champions, and Jesse the Body Ventura, what an ovation for the Stinger. The little ones are here, their faces painted, they got the signs, the posters, they love this man from Venice Beach, California.
I'll tell you what, Jim Ross, there's not a man, there's not a wrestler in the world that gets a bigger ovation than the Stinger does when he walks down that aisle.
Referee Nick Patrick.
And what a matchup this is going to be. There he is, the current U.S. Heavyweight Champion, the #1 contender for the world title, facing the former WCW World Heavyweight Champion.
And as we said this Saturday on WCW Saturday Night, Big Van Vader and Dustin Rhodes to see who will occupy the other berth in the finals.
And the unique thing about this, we have to reiterate it, there are 3 judges at ringside, Matsuda, Anderson, and Zbyszko. In the event that a pinfall is not scored or a submission, it will be their decision who goes on. And, you know, I don't know how much I trust those 3, Jim Ross.
I think that's a very valid point, knowing their past histories. Collar and elbow tie-up, and Rude breaks the rules first. Breaks the eyes, the fist right to the ribs. Ram Sting head into the top turnbuckle. And again.
You know what's unique about this matchup too, Ross, is what do you go for? Of course you try for a pin, but likewise you want to score points in case it does go the 20 minutes.
Ravishing Rick Rude already going to work on the back of the neck and the head of Sting. We know Rude, the master of the Rude Awakening. He can really put you away with that as he bumps and grinds the U.S. heavyweight champion.
He's also the master of that right there. 6 girls at ringside just fainted, Ross. I saw him.
Rude with the forearm, catches Sting again in the head. He is attacking that one part of the anatomy. Sting reverses the Irish whip as they go left to right. And he takes him all the way up and brings him all the way down with a great deal of velocity. The Stinger now trying to reassert himself, Jess.
Well, Sting definitely scored a point right there with the judges.
Irish whip again, far side. And again, a gut buster. Maybe caught him in the ribs as well. I'm not real sure. High impact move by the Stinger as he turns this crowd on.
You know what's interesting? He's going after probably the strongest part of Rude's body, and that's the ab area. I mean, nobody's got a set of abs like Ravishing Rick Rude.
Sting just punting those ribs. Scott Fullhag there, he just kicked him right in the ribs and stomping away there. So Sting coming back with a tremendous amount of aggressiveness, keeping it very basic at this point in the contest. Shoulder block again to the abdomen of Ravishing Rick Rude. And Rude in a lot of trouble here in the very early going.
What do you say, Rude? You want to stop?
And Sting pulling a page out of Rude's playbook. Perhaps a little...
I don't think he's going to get a point for that, though. He didn't do it as good as Rude does it.
He was just, I think, trying to make a point, obviously, with the Ravishing Rick Rude. That's not really Sting's style. And again, that kick right to the ribs. Sting has his focus on the ribs of Ravishing Rick Rude. Front face lock.
Looks like he's going to set up for a suplex here.
Got him up. Face first, takes him right back down.
And there you see Judge Larry Zbyszko, the Cruncher, scoring a point right there. You seen him write it down.
Sting on top, lateral press. Only got one. Rude able to kick out. Sting unable to neutralize the legs on that particular pinning predicament. Again, the front face lock by the Stinger, who is in, quite frankly, surprising control to this degree this early. Rude doubled up in pain now as Sting again takes him ribs and abdomen first to the canvas.
Well, Rude started off quick for about the first minute and a half of this bout, but it's been all the Stinger there. He drives the foot into the rib area again. Look at that intestinal fortitude of Rude, though, fighting his way back up to his feet.
Rude really went ballistic this past Saturday night on TBS with his confrontation with Sting. They've had a great rivalry since Rude arrived in WCW when he won the U.S. title from the Stinger. Sting with the right hand, buried it into the midsection. Takes Rude down again. Rude able to kick out before Sting could really get the pinning predicament in place there, Jess.
You know, interesting situation. Obviously, Sting is ahead right now. There he goes for a reverse chin lock right there, sitting back on the small of Rude's back, but this may be a smart move. If he can stall it out with these type of holds, he's definitely ahead, and I think he'll definitely get the nod from the judges if it goes to 20 minutes.
There you see Hiro Matsuda, formerly NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion of the world, and Sting works in the lower back of Ravishing Rick Rude in a move much like a camel clutch. We've seen athletes over the years, like a Skandar Akbar and Iron Sheik that used that particular move for a great deal of success. Almost the same principle as the Boston Crab, pulling on the working on the lower back and the neck in this case.
And now the referee's got it. Whoa, and look at that. Drives down into the back of Ravishing Rick Rude. And I'll tell you, Rude's in major trouble here.
Sting again with that lateral press, and Rude this time got out as the 2 count, as the referee shows us.
Maybe Rude's game plan is off. There's no Medusa here tonight.
Sting trying to set the abdominal stretch. Really doesn't have it set in yet, Jess.
He's got it hooked, but he doesn't have it hooked well. He needs to get, oh, but look at that. He drives the forearm back to the abs, back to the ribs again on Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude needs to do something. He needs a major move here to change the tide of this match.
Rude's got to be looking for a big counter move here as Sting continues to work on his ribs and his abdomen. Rude, that chiseled frame of his. Rude able to hip lock him over in a counter, rakes the eyes. Rude just blatantly raked the eyes there, and the referee telling him about it.
Well, he had to do it. He had to do something to get Sting off of him. And I don't care how big you are, you get a thumb to the eye, it's going to slow you down.
Rude now fires up with those two heavy right hands, trying to reassert himself offensively, and again taking Sting to the top turnbuckle. Hear the impact as Sting's face comes in contact viciously with the top turnbuckle, and now Rude working on the lower back as he hammers him there, executing that forearm right to the kidney area.
You know what else is going to be unique about this? What do the judges like? You have no idea. Do they score a point because of a forearm? Do they give more points to a good hold or a move like a suplex? These guys have no idea what is going to please the three referees, or I should say the three judges, if it does go the 20-minute time limit.
Ravishing Rick Rude, the United States heavyweight champion, with a front face lock in this semifinal event on the King of Cable tournament. Sting trying to block it. Again, as Rude tries to set Sting with a little counter there, takes him up and drops him over the top rope. Abdomen first, right over the top rope.
Well, it looked like there was going to be a slingshot suplex, but instead he just hung him up there, and now he's going to take him with it.
There's that front face lock again. He drops him over the top rope. Remember, there's steel cable inside that rubber casing.
And look at Rude, he's suspended there.
Sting now, soccer style from the side. There you see those kicks bearing right into that washboard-like abdomen of Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude out here on the outside near the security running over. Sting took a chance, and it did not pay off. He went for the Stinger splash. Rude able to move out of the way, and Sting found nothing but steel.
And that is the move, that is the break that Ravishing Rick Rude was looking for. Now the question is, does Rude have enough to come back and take advantage of it? And it looks like he might, Jim Ross. He's going to fire Sting back into the ring, and now it's the Stinger who is injured, and it's Ravishing Rick Rude going up to the top with a high-risk maneuver.
Rude up on top. What's he going to do here? Comes off, big clubbing forearm, caught Sting right in the head. Rude may have him right here. He hooks that leg, pulls back on it, and Sting is too close to the ropes. Got that foot over the bottom rope.
I'll tell you what, the Stinger was very fortunate right there at where he landed in the ring.
Rude having a hard time taking a deep breath after the concussion to those ribs. Slams him, and that took a lot out of the U.S. champion.
Yeah, but it took more out of the former WCW World Champ. It hurts a lot more to get slammed down than it does to be picking up.
Lateral press again. A near fall situation. Sting is really, after ramming into the steel security railing, has been unable, obviously, to get on track, and now it's Ravishing Rick Rude with that modified camel clutch.
Well, I think this is a move that Rude had to do at this point of the bout, because Rude needs a little more time to recover. You can see he's breathing deep, and this is going to give Rude a chance to recover more, put the pressure on Sting, and go on the hard offense, because right now, in my opinion, Jim Ross, Sting is ahead. If it goes to a decision at this point of the match, Sting will win it. But this is a smart move by Ravishing Rick Rude.
As we said, the winner of this contest advances to the Omni in Atlanta. Monday, December 28th. That's where you'll see the finals, and Rude.
Oh, he's scoring big right there.
Well, I don't think Matsuda or Anderson or Zbyszko really care about that bumping and grunting. He doesn't look too impressed, does
I don't know,
Matsuda?
Matsuda hangs out with geisha girls, Nat. He might have liked it.
Rude scoops up Sting and slams him. Sting in a tremendous amount of trouble. Rude just measured him. A clean shot there, and Rude drove the forearm. He hooks a leg, and this time we see another 2 count. Another near fall situation, and Ravishing Rick Rude turns Sting over and goes right back to work. He saw he had him weakened, he got a 2 count, but he goes right back to work on the lower back.
And if I were Ravishing Rick Rude, I at some point in this bout would try to hit with a Rude Awakening. That way you take it out of the hands of the judges.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, the Unified World Tag Team Championship is still to come in this live broadcast. We are coming to you live from Macon, Georgia, and we thank you for being with us here on the Clash of the Champions as Sting is trying to work his way back up. He needs to be vertical, but Rude will have none of that.
Well, Rude put him horizontal right there, not vertical. And look at this, Rude's getting his wind back now, Jim Ross. Look at him. You can see the confidence is coming back. The endurance is coming back into Ravishing Rick Rude. Drives that forearm into the lower back.
Really trying to bruise the kidneys, it would seem, and that is a very, very tender area.
Right now in this bout, I see Rude getting stronger, and I see the Stinger getting weaker.
Rude front face lock. He tried this earlier. Sting blocked it then. Rude hooks it up.
He didn't block it this time. Oh, boy.
Standing vertical suplex with a tremendous amount of impact.
And
Rude unable to capitalize here, Jess.
I'll tell you what, though, Jim Ross, every judge marked on that one. I looked around the ring, and Rude scored there. No doubt about it.
Rude still hurting in his ribs. Unable to capitalize there. That could have been a big situation in this match. He was unable to get a cover after the suplex. Slams him again. He is really attacking the lower back of the Stinger.
And back to that reverse chin lock, sitting back on the lower back, and Rude again, gaining strength, Sting getting weaker.
You see Rude really able to use his, obviously, leverage here, but his great upper body strength really comes to play in this particular situation.
We could get a submission here. Rude keeps this on long enough and pulls it back hard enough, which he is. Look at those biceps bulging as Rude puts the pressure on. Stinger grasping for air. You can see the crowd's coming up with him.
Sting has got to reach down here. And Rude, again, he missed it that time. Rude tried to put him back down, and Sting one step ahead of the Ravishing One. And the Stinger now hammering away. What a rush of adrenaline for the Stinger. And now Rude is reeling. He couldn't hold him. He couldn't hold him. Rude could get him. 1, 2, and a 2.5. A long 2.
Well, obviously, the work on the back has taken its toll because under normal circumstances, Sting was in perfect position right there for a gorgeous body slam. Lower back wouldn't hold Ravishing Rick Rude. Down he goes. Rude bet 1, 2, and almost a 3 count again.
Rude with pain, fatigue got to be setting in too for both these men. He's not going to get him that way. Sting, though, having to use his upper body strength to keep his shoulders off the canvas, again is going to put tremendous torque on his lower back. And that may be taking as much out of him. That may be what Rude's looking for. Ultimately, he wants the pin. But to make Sting use that lower back and the strength in his lower back is a big, big factor in this match at this point in time. Rude forces him back into the corner. Irish whip. Stinger to the right above us here. Tremendous impact. Rude is, they are shaking the ring with these tremendous whips into the turnbuckles.
And I'll tell you what, every one of those turnbuckles are scoring points. I think with all 3 judges, they gotta like it.
Rude is clearly the aggressor.
We're down to under 5 minutes. There you can see the clock in the lower right corner, Jim Ross, and the big bear hug on the lower back. Again, a rest move on the part of Rude, a pain move on the part of the Stinger.
As we've documented, Rude has outstanding upper body strength, and look at the position of his hands as they are locked right into the spine in the lower back area of the Stinger.
And that has been Ravishing Rick Rude's focus since the first couple of minutes of the match. There you see a good look there of how Rude has his hands locked. He's using his forearms and his big wrist there to put the pressure on the lower back. Rude, a 5-time national arm wrestling champion, has great strength in his forearms and his hands.
Rude has great strength everywhere in his body.
Again, throwing Sting back into the corner. Ravishing Rick Rude with, as you see in the lower right part of your screen, about coming up soon on 3.5 minutes left of time limit. But I'm not so sure Sting can hold out the 3.5.
I'll tell you what, Jim Ross, I had Sting far ahead about 7 minutes ago, but I think right now it's getting very close to flip a coin, because in the last 6 minutes of this bout, it's been Ravishing Rick Rude dominating, scoring points, and I'd have to say it's about even Steven right now, in my opinion.
A look of pain and agony etched on the face of the Stinger. A look of determination on the face of Ravishing Rick Rude for one man. The winner will go to the finals at Starrcade. The loser will have to fight another day. Sting fighting back as best he can. Both these men.
You know what it is now, Jim Ross? It's gut check time. The guy who can pull it out of the fire in the last 3 minutes will win it. It's even right now. Got to be.
Sting reverses the whip to the center of the ropes. He has the sweep on Ravishing Rick Rude. Can he lock it in and get Rude in a somewhat stationary position? Rude is slowing down and slowing down, but he counters. He drove his own head right up under the face of the Stinger. Caught Sting right under the jaw.
Excellent move by Ravishing Rick Rude, about the only move available to him to get out of the sleeper hold.
Ravishing Rick Rude with just over 2 minutes remaining in this 20-minute time limit event, against taking Sting's face right to the canvas with tremendous impact.
You know what makes wrestling so great, Jim Ross? When we get to the 2-minute warning, there ain't no stop and there ain't no timeout like football. They gotta keep going.
Gotta keep on.
That's what I love about it.
Me too, Jess. You gotta keep on gutting it out. And now Ravishing Rick Rude surprisingly was in control of the ground game, going up top. High risk move. The Stinger is there. And oh my! Sting just brought him off the top, gut first. And Sting is, inverted atomic drop. Rude now is in trouble. The Stinger, atomic drop, drives a knee right up into the spine, depressing the vertebra. And now the Stinger is building the momentum offensively. He's going for the cover. 1-2 to near fall.
Well, Stinger, as exhausted as he was, didn't have the strength to try to hook the leg there, and it allowed Ravishing Rick Rude to kick out, but here goes Sting up to the top. If he hits it, it could be over.
Less than a minute to go. High risk move. Sting caught him the crossbody. This should be all. He's got the leg hook. 1, 2 and a half. Rude kicked out. Rude kicked out. Sting now again.
Each guy trying to score any way he can. Oh, Rude caught him.
Rude sidestepped him and caught him with a gut shot. Big fist right into the abdomen.
30 seconds to time limit.
Rude the knee left. Both men desperately trying to secure a pin here.
Rude needs to go for the Rude Awakening. He's going for it. He must have heard me.
Rude trying to set Sting for the Rude Awakening. He's got it hooked. He's got it. No. Sting able to counter. Sting goes to the Stinger splash. He hit it. He hit it. Will he have time? There's a scorpion. Will he have time? Oh, he's got it hooked. Oh no. Time has run out. Time has run out. The 20-minute time limit has expired. And we will get Gary Cappetta back up in the ring and collect the score sheets. The referee will collect the score sheets. We have Mr. Matsuda's score sheet.
Matsuda's score sheet is already in. There goes Ole Anderson's. and the referee coming over to the cruncher, Larry Zbyszko.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, because this match went to the time limit, the decision will be decided by the judges' ballots at ringside.
Well, both athletes are in fatigue.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision. Judge Hiro Matsuda has scored this match in favor of Sting. Judge Larry Zbyszko has scored this match in favor of Ravishing Rick Rude. And the final and deciding ballot to determine which of these wrestlers advance at Starrcade to the finals of the King of Cable, Judge Ole Anderson has scored this for Sting! The winner of the match is Sting!
Fans, the heavyweight championship tag team event. Well, it's still breaking down here.
Whoa, here we go.
Rude tried to attack Sting. Caught him with the atomic drop. Rude tried a cheap shot on the Stinger. Sting advances to the finals of the King of Cable.
Introducing first team number 1. They win at a combined weight of 752 pounds, and they are accompanied to the ring by Medusa and Harley Race. Team number 1 is the United States Heavyweight Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. And his tag team partner is Big Van Vader.
Ladies and gentlemen, the song you're about to hear is off the new Slam Jam 1 album. It's Ron Simmons' new theme music. Don't step to Ron, and you're going to be hearing that momentarily. But the main story here is what a tag match this is going to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents win at a combined weight of 599 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Champion, the All-American, Ron Simmons. And his tag team partner,
get in the ring,
Sting.
and let's throw a couple of blows, and I'ma put you on your butt. Chop, chop, bam, then a left, right, and a kick, and a pin to the 1, 2, 3, then it's over with. So get that bell a whack, and I'ma put this man on his back, 'cause when I'm in the ring, I'm a wrestling nightmare, straight from Georgia. And if you don't think I'm hard, you ought to put on your trunks, let's go to war. Straight up knuckle, I'ma slam your head against the turnbuckle. A one-man army ready to fight. Slamming bodies left to right, so keep talking all that junk.
Four tremendous rivals in this one. We know Sting and Big Van Vader will meet in the finals of the King of Cable tournament on Monday night, October the 28th in the Omni in Atlanta, exclusively on pay-per-view. We know that Ron Simmons will defend the WCW World's Heavyweight title against the #1 contender, the U.S. champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. That, too, a part of Starrcade 92, which this year will feature 4 championship matches in addition to all the great competition that makes Battle Bowl what it is, featuring the Lethal Lottery. Everybody wants that Battle Bowl ring, just like a Super Bowl ring, a World Series ring.
Well, I tell you something, you spend your money and you don't wrestle forever, but that Battle Bowl ring is a treasure that you can keep for the rest of your life.
Sting will be presented his Battle Bowl ring from last year's victory in a ceremony as a part of that December 28th Starrcade 92 event. It will be the 2 men that will meet in the Omni on that date. Simmons, the world's champion. Great athlete, Warner Robins, Georgia, Florida State University, NFL, USFL, and Ravishing Rick Rude, who has been the #1 contender perhaps longer than any athlete I can remember in WCW history. Collar and elbow tie-up. Simmons obviously will be the stronger of the 2.
Well, I tell you, I mean, they're both in excellent physical shape. Simmons a little bit more thicker, but don't count Rude out for strength. He's a raw-boned individual. He's a maniacal trainer. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, Rick Rude is lifting weights. That's how into himself he is. He's a strong man. Boy, this is going to be interesting.
Rude with the advantage back in the corner. And referee Mike Atkins steps in between the men. Good officiating there.
I tell you, you don't notice Rick Rude being so cocky when he's in the ring with Simmons, do you? He's not shaking his hips here, baby. He's sort of eyeing Simmons up like Frank Perdue looking at a chicken.
Powerful side headlock. Former nose tackle at FSU. Tremendous explosiveness. Obviously tremendous power, and here we see Ravishing Rick Rude trying to turn it away from that pressure, Larry.
Look at the power of Rude. There is not an ounce of fat on this man's body. Granted, Simmons is a little larger, but boy, Rude's a strong man.
Rude has said he wants to extend Simmons farther than Ron has ever gone on Monday, December the 28th in the Omni. Side headlock.
I tell you, that's a good point, too, on the part of Rude, because, you know, if Simmons can't go 30 minutes, 40 minutes, Rude can get him.
Tremendous shoulder block by Ron Simmons. Oh, missed that clothesline, and he could have beheaded Rude on that one. He is a powerhouse. How do you beat a man like Ron Simmons, Larry?
You just have to use science, Jim. You're not going to outpower him. I mean, if I was Rude, I'd go around, try to get behind the man, take Ron down. You know, Ron is an expert on his feet from his football background, wrestling background. You don't want Ron Simmons on his feet. Take him off his feet.
Hammerlock.
See, here's Rude working behind Simmons, working the hammerlock, but still, Simmons is on his feet. Ooh. You got to use combinations on the man.
Simmons not on his feet now. He has Rude down in that side headlock.
Yeah, but it's backwards.
Harley Race and Medusa both at ringside, which has got to make Sting and Simmons, I would think, somewhat uneasy.
Well, they're definitely going to be looking around a lot more than usual. I mean, Harley Race, 7-time champ. He's a shrewd individual, and Medusa, she can catch your eye.
Rude with a waist lock, able to turn Simmons over on his shoulders, got a near fall out of it, but Simmons able to maintain control.
He's taking control. Here's Simmons. He's got the knuckles in the forehead. We were talking earlier, different variations of holds, how guys put him on a little bit different. Simmons, he's a knuckler. He likes to dig those knuckles in.
Watch him cinch that headlock. Where those cauliflower ears come from, you see. Well, at least one of the reasons, or one of the ways you can develop them.
The only good thing about cauliflower's ears is once you get them, they stop hurting.
Oh, Rude able to counter there. And he takes Ron Simmons down, as Larry Zbyszko suggested earlier.
Yeah, and this is what Rude has to do, keep Simmons down. He's very agile on his feet for a big man.
Driving the knee into the quadricep muscle. That's the biggest muscle on the body.
Yeah, look at the way he's got that ankle lock, the way he's twisting it right there. That puts a lot of pressure on the ankle, but even a lot more pressure on the knee.
Simmons' strength certainly negated when he's in this position, quite obviously. But he's got his legs under him, and that's how strong he is.
That's power!
That is phenomenal power. And the world's heavyweight champion.
See, look at Simmons holding his knee. When you pull out an ankle, you always pull the big toe towards the little toe. That's what gives you the most amount of leverage.
Rude continuing to keep pressure on the leg, as Simmons now in trouble back in the corner. And Ron Simmons, with those heavy body shots on Ravishing Rick Rude, Irish way up, and Rude got the knee up. Rude saw it coming, and Ravishing Rick Rude makes the tag to Big Van Vader.
Man!
And Simmons tags in the Stinger. Remember.
Good move on Simmons.
Sting hit Vader with a 2x4. Put him to his knees, but he didn't put him out with it.
Well, there's no love lost here, and I tell you, I heard someone telling me that Superman was dead, but there's Superman reincarnated right there, and he looks like Van Vader.
Collared elbow, and Vader forces Sting back into the corner. Remember, this athlete is 450 pounds. He's the man that beat Sting back in July for the WCW World's Heavyweight Championship. And before that, he was the man that put Sting in the hospital. Sting with a side headlock.
I tell you, he could easily put Sting in the hospital right here and now. He's that big and he's that strong.
Oh, man.
Oh! That's running right into Meat City, baby.
Vader likes to use those body shots with those huge forearms of his.
Well, he's just throwing Sting around like a rag doll. Superman is alive.
Irish whip far side. Sting luckily able to move out of the way. Got him up! He got him up! In a suplex! Dynamic offensive move! The Stinger on the drop kick!
He took him off his feet!
Down goes Vader! I don't think Vader can believe it! Harley Race certainly is surprised!
I'm surprised!
Sting! Oh, Vader caught him! Vader caught him out here and rams him right into the steel ring post! His spine was just rammed into the ring post!
Well, that's 455 pounds between you and that steel. Sting is hurt. I think you're right. I don't think Van Vader expected that. Sting lifted him off his feet. Unbelievable.
Tremendous slam. And he slams you with such phenomenal velocity. I don't know how you can keep your breath. And Vader, oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, 450! Right on Sting's heart and lungs.
I tell you, I think one mistake Vader made there. Why didn't he cover Sting? He could have beat him. He's got Sting hurt. I mean, you look at Sting, you look at Vader, it's like locking up with Godzilla.
Sting catches Vader with all he's got and rocks the big man, but it doesn't take him down. It comes back to the right. What a right hand by Sting, and down goes Vader. But Vader, the aggressor, makes the tag now to the United States champion, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah, I tell you what's going to happen here. These guys are going to have to watch their egos, all four of them. You know, you almost forget that this is a tag team match. There's a lot of personal feud and a lot of emotion going on here, but you got to start relying on your partner, which means Sting better make the tag. It's going to amount to teamwork.
Rude is continuing to pressure the back. Vader started by running Sting into the ring post, and now it's Ravishing Rick Rude. Continuing to focus on the lower back and the spine.
Yeah, he's working on the same part. I'm sure that when Harley Race was running around out there, he made sure both these men know, work on his back, work on his back.
The position of Rude's hands, we said he was a strong man. You know, he's a 5-time national arm wrestling champion. He's got great upper body strength and great strength in his forearms and his biceps.
Yeah, he's a real raw bone individual. Kind of reminds you of that Danny Hodge with that double tendon strength. Real raw bone guy.
Sting has got to come with a counter. He's causing some separation here, but with a great move by Rude, he drives him. He drives him back in the corner, and more importantly, he tags in the monster.
That's what they want to do. It's got to be a point of teamwork here. Oh, good night.
Those forearms of Vader are huge.
Yeah,
there's so much power.
Again, he should be covering Sting.
He's trying to hurt him. He wants to break his body apart before December 28th. And if he insists, he will. Sting trying to get back up. Vader caught him coming off the ropes. This should be it right here. And Sting kicks out. Sting able to kick out.
Now, Vader thought it was a 3 count. It was a 2 count. I think Vader's taking too much for granted. He's got Sting down, but still Sting is a tough guy. Kicked out of that move. He's got to hook him good.
Tremendous right hands. Sting's got to be almost out on his feet,
really?
Larry.
How much is this guy going to take? Good move there, tag in and tag out.
And look at the contrast when Vader leaves and Rude enters. They still hurt. They still come at you with the power. But Rude has a more suddenness, more quickness, obviously.
Yeah, but they're still working on the lower back. They're still causing that one area, and I tell you.
Are the kidneys. He's driving that knee right in the kidneys.
And they've been working on his back, what, 5 minutes now? Now he's getting cocky.
Well, he may have reason to be.
All right. Beautiful game plan here by Rick Rude. They've got Sting in trouble. He's got that reverse chin lock on, but he's got his weight on the small of the back. Again, tag out. There you go.
We're seeing excellent teamwork here from Big Van Vader and Ravishing Rick Rude. Vader back in there. Sting is really in jeopardy here. Another slam, and it shakes the ring.
You know, I think you're right. The more I think about it, Jim, I think Vader's going out to hurt Sting. I think he could have beat him twice already.
Up on the second rope again. Here it comes. Sting moves.
He wasn't there.
Sting able to move out of the way. Avoid the splash. He's trying to make the tag.
See, look at this
He tags Simmons.
He tagged him.
Simmons with those big rights and lefts. He's got Big Van Vader reeling. The world's champion has him standing here. Vader reverses the Irish whip. Misses a clothesline.
Oh!
Sidewalk slam. He got the big man up.
Did he ever?
Ron Simmons is like a man possessed. Here comes Rude, and Simmons takes him down. Simmons and Vader collide. Sting and Rude hooking it up here. The referee's got to get him out of the ring.
Yeah, referee's got to get Sting out. Simmons and Vader collided, and Simmons is out of it.
Rude pushes Vader on top of Simmons, and Sting sees it and breaks up the count. Here's Hardy Race up on the apron. Sting nails Race. Oh, it's chaotic.
And the referee's got to get Sting out of there. Sting's not the legal man. No!
Oh, what a clothesline. Sting and Vader both go over to the concrete.
I don't believe it. Vader went flying.
Look at Rude on top. Rude. He drove the knee right to his face. That should be a disqualification. That should have been a disqualification.
Referee didn't see it. Tell you the truth, I forgot who's the legal man. All I know is Simmons is hurt. Simmons is down and Simmons is hurt.
Vader made the tag to Ravishing Rick Rude. Rude came off the top with a knee into the face. That's a disqualification. Now the Rude Awakening.
He's got it.
He got him with a Rude Awakening. He hooks the leg.
He got him. Rude got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. Big Van Vader, the United States Heavyweight Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the King of Cable and the King of Cable Trophy. It is set for one fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first, being led to the ring by 7-time former World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race from the Rocky Mountains, weighing 450 pounds, Big Van
Time to go to war!
Yeah, you heard what he said, Jess. It's time to go to war. He's a one-man army.
Got a sign it's Vader time.
Wow, you hold that trophy up with one hand. That's a heavy trophy, I'll tell you. One fall, TV time remaining. Back to Gary.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Venice Beach, California, weighing 250 pounds, this is Sting!
Big Van Vader steps outside out there on the ramp. Vader and Sting facing off here. Ironically, this will not be the last time that they will step in the ring together tonight, because both have qualified for Battle Bowl. But I'm sure that the Battle Bowl ring is not on their mind now. It's the King of Cable Trophy here at the 10th annual Starrcade 92.
And look at Big Vader posing. I love it. Double bicep shot. Not a lot of definition, but plenty of mass.
What an athlete is that man, Big Van Vader. Two former WCW World Heavyweight Champions. They went through the tournament bracket successfully, and here we are. As we said, Sting's strategy was very simple. He said, I've got to survive the early minutes of the match. I've got to take Vader physically where he has never gone and make him carry that 450 as long as he can. I think the strategy is sound if he can execute it.
And look at Vader with a little slap trying to get Sting out of his game plan. Vader wants Sting to challenge him. Look at that, mashes his hand into the paint. Vader's gonna try to insult Sting, get him to come at him. And that'll be a big mistake if the Stinger does it.
Sting with those lefts and rights. And Vader says, no pain, no pain.
Right now, as if you're playing football, you consider punting.
Oh, Vader scoops him up and slams him.
Look at a big smile on the face of the 7-time world champ, Harley Race. Outside the ring, Race loves it. Race taunting Sting from outside the ring. Up he goes again, down he goes again.
Man, what power of Vader. And this is not the way Sting wanted, obviously, this match to begin. Oh, he ran at him, and Vader met him. Vader met him with those big tree-like forearms and knocked him down.
And Sting's playing right into Vader's hands.
Vader extending the arm. Look at the strength. Military pressing him. Oh, my! Sting looked like a human javelin. He just speared him right across the top cable in a stun gun-like maneuver. He drilled him right across the top rope. And Vader methodical.
Hear that? Harley Race is saying, what do you think about that, Ross? Oh, you did it to him again.
I think it's devastating. That's what I think about it. I don't know of any other athlete in the world that could,
Ross,
do that.
Maybe if Sting's smart, he'll just take the count out and come back, for the final event, the Battle Bowl.
Well, that would be the act of a quitter, and he certainly is not a quitter.
But sometimes it's smart to be a quitter, to win the Ultimate Championship at the end.
Vader meets Sting coming back in. Rights and lefts, and they are heavy, heavy hands. Ooh, he missed that clothesline. Sting trying to pick it up. Oh, great move by Sting. Took the big man off his feet. That was a great martial arts move by Sting.
He got the big man off his feet.
Caught him again, and Vader down. He caught him right in the face with his foot, and Sting takes the big man down on 2 consecutive offensive moves. Waistlock. Oh, big old. The suplex. Sting.
And the crowd is going wild.
Got him the clothesline. More momentum from the ropes. And they both go over. Vader down on his knees. He was rocked by the clothesline all the way over.
He ripped the headgear right off of Vader. He hit Vader so hard with that clothesline, it tore the headgear off him.
Vader. Oh, Sting got a bolt. He got a bolt. He came over the top. Crossbody, both of them. Man, the rough coming off the Omni. Just what a dynamic move by Sting. And Vader is back up on his feet. How scary can that be?
And look at poor Harley Race, the 7-time champ. He thought he'd retired.
Vader pulled his way up. He caught Sting. Sting came over to meet him, and Vader got the right hand in, and then nails him that headbutt. Ooh, those rights. And more rights. Almost knocking the paint off Sting's face.
Clubbing him right on the head, now coming in with lefts to the body. Rights to the head, left to the body.
Irish whip, and Sting quickly out of the way. Arm drag, takes the big monster down. Stinger splash, oh no! He kicked him in the face. He kicked him right in the face. Sting went for the Stinger splash. Vader was prepared for that.
Great reaction move by Vader to lift that big foot up and catch Stinger. Sting holds on, and he returns the favor twice.
DDT by the Stinger. Gambit in this King of Cable Championship event. Oh, strength, he picked him up.
You gotta be kidding me. He's gonna try to suplex him off the rope.
I don't know if that physically can be done. Sting, what a move by Sting! Lateral press. Oh, Vader kicked out at 2.5.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed. I didn't think nobody could ever do that to Big Van Vader.
Sting going for the Scorpion. The Scorpion Deathlock. Trying to turn him over.
He's got him over.
He's got him in it.
He's got him over.
He's got him in the Scorpion. And Vader is in the ropes. Sting will have to break it. Vader able to reach and grab the bottom rope. And he is now outside. Vader's knee really ripped there by Sting, who's measured a bit back. Oh! Vader dropped out of sight and Sting hit the steel. Vader's mouth is bleeding.
Sting made a major mistake there. He should have kept it in the ring, Ross. He let his ego get in the way. He should have kept it into the ring.
They're right out here by us, a little too close for my comfort. Vader back in the ring. Ray said, get back in the ring. Vader can win the King of Cable title via countout. Sting is, well, I'll tell you, he is hurt badly. I don't think he'll make it back.
Well, it was his mistake, Ross. He had Vader going. He should have stayed in the ring instead of taking it out to the floor.
He's back in here. Oh, he's in a helpless state here. This is the referee's got to be very, very careful here. Sting gets into a position where he absolutely can't defend himself. Vader could end the career in a heartbeat. Oh, clothesline. Clothesline.
And right now, Sting, it's exactly that. He can't defend himself. He's laying prone, spread eagled in the ring. Vader can do what he wants.
Irish whip. He followed him in. Oh, 450 pounds. And catches him and takes him down with another clothesline. Sting in deep trouble here at Starrcade 92. Vader lateral press and Sting able to kick out. Vader said as important as it was to win the King of Cable title, it was equally as important to put Sting out of wrestling. He wants to do it right here. Sting's busted Vader's mouth. Oh, right, straight right hand. Another straight right. Sting can barely stand.
It's knocking the paint off of him.
Vader has him up. Oh, gosh. And what a suplex.
Beautiful suplex by the big man.
What a suplex.
And Sting is down and prone, and he's setting him up.
Vader blasting. He's blasting. And Vader got the splash, but he is disgusted with himself because he thought he had him right there, and he may have too much torque on that leg and pulled Sting through. He thought he had it right there. He wanted that right there. Vader very frustrated with himself on that splash. Man, you talk about a reverse chin lock to another level.
I'll tell you what, and I'll say it again, Jim Ross. Sting made the mistake when he went out to the floor. He had this match,
wow,
and he took it to the floor, and that was the mistake of mistakes against Big Van Vader.
Submission move here, Jess. Have you ever experienced this one?
Look at it, no. Look at this, he's twisting his head. Sting may have to submit right here. Look at Vader's gonna measure him.
Oh, man. Lateral press, this could be half a count. He got the left shoulder just up. You just barely saw daylight under Sting's left shoulder.
You know, he might have been better than get pinned. He's gonna get hurt now.
Sting able to block it. He's got both arms hooked. Sting is gonna take a tremendous amount of strength to get this big monster down. Can he? Yes, he can. Can he hold it? 1, 2.5.
Excellent move by Sting, but not quite the power to hold the 450-pound Vader for a 3 count. He got a 2 out of it.
Irish whip. Sting, and he's moving out of the way. Vader, he dropped all 450 straight south, but Sting able to move out of the way. I'll tell you what, when he's going south, you better go east or west.
And does that hurt the tailbone when you got that kind of weight and you come down flat on it?
Oh,
and again,
man.
Vader measuring those right hands.
See, this is what, I mean, the referee has got to really use some discretion here.
Now Sting still defending himself. Referee can't jump in. It's when he don't defend himself anymore.
Vader that kicked him right in the ribs. You could almost hear the air rush out of Sting's body. This man is so huge. And Sting, oh, what a counter! That was a phenomenal counter. He may have used every bit of strength he had left in that counter.
Look who's up first, Vader.
Vader on top, Sting able to get a shoulder up again. Vader unable to fully execute the lateral press.
That's got to be just plain depressing as hell when you do the move and the other guy's up first.
And now Sting has got to endure this 450 over his shoulders, collapsing his lungs. He's not able to get any deep breaths.
And look at here, Vader measuring those big right hands and forearms. Sting trying to cover up. He's taking a lot of them on his forearms, but look at Vader just boxing his ears.
Sting trying to cover up and protect himself, but Vader's hammering it. If this would be a boxing match, it would be over. But I realize it isn't.
Look at Race, he says finish him off.
Vader kicked him right in the ribs again. Sting trying to cover up. But look at Vader clubbing. Those forearms are like tree trunks. You know, Sting can hold on here. Maybe Vader will punch himself out.
What are you saying? He's trying to use rope-a-dope, what Ali did to Foreman and Zaire?
Hey, if it worked then, it may work now.
Rope-a-dope.
Uh-oh. Vader sent him back up there. Sting is helpless. He has taken every shot this 450-pounder can dish out.
Well, if Vader hits this, I don't know where Sting's going to kick out from.
I don't know where his body parts are going to be.
Sting knows it too. Oh, he thumbed him.
Thumbed him right in the eye. Caught him with the right hand. And Vader, oh my, the whole ring shook. Sting fatigued, battered, and hammered. Both men are down. Vader up on one knee. Sting trying to pull himself up. Vader up now. And he goes right back to the Stinger. Has him in the corner. Again, those forearms, they're right above us. Man, I've never seen any impact like that in my career. Look at Sting says, come on. He's taking every shot that Vader can dish out. Look at him.
I think he's crazy. Why would you invite this guy in?
He is, as he said, he wanted to survive it and take him as far as he could go. Maybe Vader will punch out. That happened with Ali and Foreman.
I'll tell you, Vader's punches are getting weaker.
Maybe he's fatiguing a little. Sting is taking himself to another level. He has had to survive here. Oh, he caught Vader. He caught Vader. Vader's sucking the air.
He caught him again. A third one.
Vader is gasping for air now himself. Big right hand takes him down. Oh, Stinger holding himself up, but he knocked Big Van Vader down. And Vader, that big tank, is sucking in the air now. Oh, look, Sting got him. Fall away slam.
But Vader's leg is over the rope.
Vader's in the ropes.
Great power move by the Stinger, but he did it too close to the ropes.
Sting now up on top. Here it comes. Tornado splash. This could be everyone. And Vader powers out. Oh, any other man in wrestling would have been counted out there. And race up on the apron. Sting, don't turn your back on Vader. And he did, and he paid for it. Well, Race did his job there.
Well, Sting shouldn't have fell for it. He should forget about Race.
You're right about that, but he didn't. And he paid the price. And now it's Vader back on the attack. Takes him down right by the throat.
And Vader says it's over. He's going up.
He missed that splash earlier. He may not miss it now. Oh, my. Vader caught him. He wanted to hook it. And Vader's the impact of Vader hitting Sting. He bounced right off of him. But he drilled the Stinger right into the canvas. 2 times in this match, Vader has failed to properly execute his big splash. And he is frustrated.
Well, he's going up for a 3rd time.
Vader will go up one more time. 450 pounds up there. And he slammed him. He slammed him. And he
got him.
He got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of